lot about it. If you want to be a wise guy, you can do it in the ring. If you want to be a strong man, you can do it in the ring. If you want to be an Indian chief, cowboy, you can do it in the ring. You can't do it in the mall.
The most electrifying line in sports entertainment today. If you smell what the Rock is cooking, take me if you can. Survive if I let you.
I'm figuring and thinking there's nothing gonna stop the Macho Man Randy Savage now. I'm the man. I'm the icon. And yes, you can't bow. I am God.
The number one show on the net that leaves you the best in your head like Goldberg next. For the punks and the perverts, niggas that'll work with Terry Funk and Matt Baker. Check Ishman and Brodie, they got the cheap heat, so sit back and have a seat. They got questions from the fans, in your head is the band from Australia to Japan.
Jake down the road, old shit, man. Back close up to Mississippi. We are bigger. We are faster. And we are all night long.
All you idiots, punks, perverts, and fools, be sure and tune in and listen to this show.
All right, and we are live here once again at In Your Head Wrestling Radio. I am the internet icon, the pride of the pilgrims, the most honest man in all of podcasting, and a damn handsome man, Jackie Jones, the Nature Boy. Oh, man. Along with my right-hand man, my audio soulmate in the enforcer of the Headyverse.
1 inch biceps, the power goat. Bah! I am the man who tells you what to do. I am the boss, baby.
So you're kind of changing it from the boss baby to like, I'm the boss, comma baby.
Kinda, something like that.
I'm the boss, baby.
Jack, lest anybody thought I was just blowing smoke last week, I was not.
Who smoke? Is that who's who they're always talking about?
There it is, Bugsy
Hot
McGraw, Brute Power. I did.
You know
purchase
what?
myself
Hold on
copy.
a second. Talk to the people.
Okay,
I'm leaving right now. You're trying to upstage me.
I'm
saying,
upstage.
Oh, I got brute power. Blah blah blah.
I got Brute Power.
Oh, you what
The
for?
autobiography of
I'll
Bugsy
show you
McGraw.
later.
I'm always upstaging Jack. There is nothing he could pull out that would be better than a copy of Brute Power by Bugsy McGraw. This is his life story. He tells, a lot of good stories. I'm sure there's a lot of good stories about riots in here. It looks like there's some pictures.
Upstage me, will you, Etcher?
All kinds of nice pictures.
Oh yeah, I'm the Etcher. I
Look
got
at
the
here.
book.
He's got a
Yeah,
hat.
blowing smoke.
He's got a
Blah-de-de-blah-blah.
sailor's hat on this one.
Talking about it. Yeah, I'm the
Mhm.
best. I'm the
I'm
only
the
one
best.
here bought the
Yep.
book.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Oh my gosh.
Boom.
Oh,
We
you
are
got
going to be
me on the-
double teaming power.
Why does
Brute
yours have a
powers.
sticker and mine don't? Where's the
This is like-
sticker?
I guess mine's better.
Huh.
Mine says the finalist. Best pro wrestling book, Wrestling Observer. #1 independent autobiography.
That's Davey Meltzer telling you. That ain't us.
And then it says Jackie Jones copy.
Does it say Jackie?
Exclusive to Jack.
Exclusive.
Exclusive
that's why I didn't-
chapters only Jack can read.
They didn't put no exclusive chapters. But yeah, I enjoyed the interview last week, and I thought
I
I
did
definitely
too.
want to pick up a copy of the man's book.
Yeah, I had a lot of doctor's appointments this week for stuff going on, so I didn't get a chance to book a guest this week. Plus, the debates probably would have hampered that. But
Yeah.
probably next week we're gonna have some people on the show. We're one person on the show. We got some cool people lined up. Thanks, Bob Johnson, for setting these up.
Most
But
definitely.
yeah, for people, so if they want to know, I don't want to like it seem like there's like life and death stuff here, but I 4 years ago when I had diverticulitis, I'll make this as quick as possible. Left side of my body got weaker. When I went to physical rehab, I had to learn to compensate. I'm all fine now, but because of that, there's some internal trauma on my left side, which resulted in varicose veins started to come up on the left leg. As I've lost weight and become more toned, they're much more pronounced. And so now I'm wearing I was wearing compression socks anyway. It was sleeves actually, Cassidy's. They suggested medical grade.
Medical grade, okay.
Socks that go up my leg. So I'm wearing them. So I had an ultrasound yesterday. And so anyway, I'm fine. There's no like vein blockage or anything like that. They look weird, and they'll probably remove them in the coming weeks.
Oh, okay. How are they going to go about that?
The smaller ones on the right leg, which I didn't even know about, which is interesting. They'll take those out with laser.
Oh, okay.
The ones on the left are very large, so they have to do, I forget the name of the operation, but they go in and they take like little hooks and they hook the vein and pull them out.
Oh, geez.
That's why I'd have the ultrasound to make sure that they weren't blocked or connected to like arteries.
Put you to sleep for that one, don't they?
Actually, from what I read, I don't think they do. They just use a local anesthetic.
Come on. Oh, God. You can't be awake for that.
It'd be weird if you don't feel it just looking down. They get like, it'd be like Hellraiser where they got hooks pulling out your veins.
No, they got to put you to sleep for that. You can't be watching that.
It'd be strange. I felt a little weird because when I was getting the ultrasound yesterday, I know it's like a woman gets when she's pregnant, but it was on my leg. She's like, "This, you've had one?"
Yes.
Yeah, and the oil. She's like, "Did they heat the oil? It's not the goop they put on you, or was it cold?"
I don't really recall. Mine was for my gallbladder.
Because they heated the gel.
Oh, really?
And I actually, you know what? Think about it. I've actually had one before my last operation. Just to make sure thing was okay when I had the complex hernia operation.
Yeah.
But this time I don't think it was heated. This time the gel was heated, and I had to. She's like, this will be warm, and I said, oh, that feels pretty pleasant. And then I thought, well, that sounds kind of creepy, maybe, because she's like rubbing my leg with like this heated gel, but it was pretty nice. I was like, man, I almost like stuck it in my pocket for some stuff later on. Massagers.
I wouldn't be admitting to that now that you stole the
I said I was thinking
lube.
about it, but there's this. I gotta get some heated ultrasound oil. I recommend it. It's pretty nice stuff.
I'm sure you could find something that would probably supersede that.
You could probably just heat it up. Maybe you can heat up any gel. I don't know.
Yeah, there's some rubbing lotions like I don't know.
Yeah, but you're a dry man.
Like I don't know. They use stuff that for massage.
The stuff,
not the stuff, but
is it eating you? Are you eating it, or is it eating you? That would be a good sequel.
Classic movie.
That would be a good short. A guy who jerks off with the stuff.
Okay.
He uses a lube.
Boy, that was like, how'd you get to that conclusion from me?
Think
just
about it. Stuff? Well, I just when you could bring up something, I figure it assumes masturbation some way. But just think about the the beginning of the movie, The Stuff. It starts to bubble out of the ground, and the guy's immediate response is, "I'm going to eat it." Is it so far fetched? I'm going to make a short of the stuff, and he sees the stuff bubbling out of the ground, and his immediate response is, "Oh, I'm going to use this as lube when I masturbate." Is it that much different than a guy deciding to eat it?
Yeah, it would be about on the same level. I would
exactly.
Say. Yeah,
exactly. And it will be very humorous to like 12 people in the world who have my same train of thought.
Yeah.
12 people in the world will love it. They're like, this is genius.
That always is a strange thing where like there's something bubbling out of somewhere, and then somebody's just like, and then they're like, they taste.
I agree with that, and I've been thinking though, Insure. That's probably realistic because how else have we gotten everything? At some point, somebody had to think like, I'm going to eat this.
I'm going to taste it just to see what it is.
Exactly. It's like someone decided to take beans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're like beans. We could eat it, whatever. Well, you know what I think we should do? We should roast it and then let it cool down. Then we should grind it up. Then we should put it in a cup and pour boiling water over it, and then we should drink that water. That would probably taste good. Who the hell would think of that? But if some, crazy idiot didn't think of that, I wouldn't be here with this delicious coffee.
That's true.
But really, think about it. Who in their right mind would think to do that? Do you ever think like, man, I want to soak this food in some water? I'm gonna like burn this food, grind it up and soak it in water, and I won't eat that. I'm gonna pour it out and just drink the water. What other food do you do that with? You don't drink like hot dog. Well, that'd be like drinking hot dog water.
Or recently, a new thing that has come around. I'm going to combine waffles and chicken.
That's not new. It's been around for a long time, but I'm a big fan of chicken.
Well, I mean,
waffles and chicken.
I mean, I haven't heard of it like when I was a kid or nothing. So
I didn't either, but it's actually been around for a long time because I go to the.
Really?
I haven't been for a long time, but I used to go to the Hen House in Boston, and it was there since the 20s. It's one of the original chicken and waffles places.
Since the 20s.
Yep.
Goodness. I just wasn't aware of it.
Yeah, well, I honestly haven't been either till maybe the last 10 years, but it was an urban thing. A black thing was chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
But now it's become not mainstream, but it has crossed over to more audiences. But but that place I discovered it after I liked chicken and waffles, and then I found out that it's been there since the 20s.
Ah.
And it's weird though, their original chicken and waffles was chicken wings and waffles, which is a little weird to me because normally with chicken and waffles, you have like boneless chicken on the waffle and you cut it and so you eat it all together. Chicken wings, it would just be like two separate things. You're just eating some chicken and waffles, which seems kind of odd.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, I don't eat that anymore because I don't think that would go into my dietary guidelines. But in chicken and waffles, you can't skimp on it. So you gotta have the waffles. I recommend the boneless chicken on it. You can get some places will let you get all different pieces. I prefer the boneless with this. Go with the syrup. Some places will, they may put a little hot pepper in the syrup. They'll get crazy. But syrup and butter, it sounds wild, sounds crazy. Fried chicken with syrup and butter and waffle, but I'm telling you, it's good stuff.
You could probably have a small amount.
Yeah, but I'd rather not. I mean, none of that is good. None of that is good for me. I shouldn't. No. I don't want to eat the sugar. I don't want to eat the carbs from the waffle. I don't want to eat the fried chicken.
A good sugar-free syrup that I have found is made by Smucker's. Smucker's sugar-free, and you can have like 50 milliliters, and it's only like 17 calories.
Yeah, I'm not just strictly a calorie guy, but I understand what you're saying.
Well,
I try not to eat artificial sweeteners either.
Jeez, I was the one who was needing to be corrupted back in the days. Now you're the one who's like, no artificial sweeteners, no beer, no. So I'm trying to corrupt you.
That's true. Yeah, you're a heathen.
The roles have switched.
You're eating this fried foods and carbs and artificial sweet. You're just a wild man.
I am a wild.
This is why everyone hates me now, I guess.
Is it?
There's a large portion of the audience that is not fond of me. So it's
like I was kind of like the one who was on the other side of the tracks before, where I wouldn't drink beer or anything, and it's like I don't think people are particularly fond of that. So now you're not drinking beer, you're not eating carbs, you're not doing everything. So it's like we're both just unpopular guys anymore, aren't we?
Right. We're amongst the wrestling audience.
We used to be. We used to, you used to kind of balance my squareness out, but not anymore. We're both just square.
Right. Yeah, because so we go make the big move, which I was excited about. We're going to move to video. It's something I wanted to do for a long time. And the technology was a little hard, to do live. anyway, things have changed, and we went into it. I was happy. And so when we first started, it was cool because like a lot of people like Titan and stuff had popped up who had been around the show for ages, for years. And then they'd come here. And so then I noticed, and I'm not comparing the two, but when I went to video on Without Your Head, the subscribers have gone way up. They've gone up like thousands on the Facebook group, and they've gone up a lot every week on the YouTube. In Your Head's been the opposite. We've lost members in the group, and I'm not just saying like a day, because you can lose a subscriber stuff, but we've actually over the month have gone into the negative subscribers.
Negative.
Yeah, so for the whole month we've gained a couple subscribers, but more people have unsubscribed than subscribed. We're -3 subscribers for the month.
Oh my goodness, we're in the red. We've lost people.
So my theory is people like Titan, and I'm not saying Titan himself, but people like that. They're like, they don't really update the YouTube anymore. Hey, look, they're still around. Let me go check it out. And then immediately like, oh, unsubscribe.
No, we don't want this.
Yeah.
What is it though? I don't know. What are we doing wrong? I mean, wrestling is the shits. I mean, there's some good stuff. I thought the pay-per-view was good this weekend.
I did too.
It's just like, I don't know. It is pretty bad with the subscribers. I mean, like, is it the wrestling product? Nobody's wanting to hear about it, or is it the move to video? I mean, it wasn't the best.
There's been a lot of negativity about the idea of video on the Facebook group. They don't like video. It's one audio. So I've been updating. The thing is, you can still listen to the podcast.
You can still.
I update it regularly now.
Audio
you
only.
Can listen. Yeah, there's a lot of people they don't want to see us, which I'm not sure how you're supposed to take that.
What? I'm handsome, I think. You're handsome, Jackie Jones.
I think it adds to the show. I think it's fun watching Steven. I love it when Lexar's on. He's making the facial expressions. To me, it adds a lot to the show. It adds to my personal enjoyment of the show. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do personally know there's a lot of people who have blocked me or unfriended me. And if I used to ask why once in a while, and it would be mostly the same reason, was they consider me too woke. Wokey Jones is what I'm referring to.
Too woke.
And also I used to get before the woke, it was too positive. They don't like they get sick of the positivity.
Well, I don't really ask. I kind of feel like people just hate me because I got a hillbilly accent. I mean, that's just going to be a thing.
Yeah, I looked over the hillbilliness.
Yeah, but like, I mean, there's going to be people who listen to the program and they hear my voice and they're going to instantly think.
Well, it is weird if someone you know for like 10 years all of a sudden blocks you.
Yeah, well,
there's some people I've known for longer than that and used to send me, stuff in the mail and like I considered friends, and then like boom, this blocked me on every account, and it's very weird. Oh well, but I'm gonna agree with you, Incher. Fuck them.
What can you do?
Right.
You don't like it, whatever.
Right. So if you're listening to this show on YouTube or wherever, go over and subscribe to In Your Head and click the little bell icon so you get all the notifications. It'll make us happy. We want to have positive subscribers. We don't want to end up we have like 7,000 something. We don't want it like we log in next weekend it's like 6,000. That's bad. Let's get up. Let's try to get rised.
Exactly. I mean, wrestling will get better if it is the wrestling thing. I mean, there will be things to discuss. I think the pay-per-view was a very good pay-per-view. There's a lot of things that we can discuss about that. So we'll definitely get into that. But I mean, yeah, we try to have fun here.
Update intro. Last time I looked, it was -3 for the last 28 days. I mentioned this on the Facebook. I asked people. I made a video asking people to subscribe. We've risen. We are +6. So we've gone from -3 to +6. So that
Okay,
actually
good.
means 9 subscribers.
Are we going to have to pay any
Since
overdraft
yesterday.
fees or anything
Since
to
yesterday.
YouTube? Is there like an overdraft fee?
Probably.
Oh, geez.
Revenue $0.
0.
Boom. But we have super chats now, Intro. You probably know all about that. I don't. But super chats, you can actually donate to the show while you're listening.
There's somebody beating on the floor. I'm wondering if they're laughing at the debate or if they're wanting me to come up there because somebody's dying. I don't think somebody's dying. I think I heard laughter, so I think we're good.
Damn.
I think it was laughter. Something must have
Maybe
happened.
they're just getting it on.
I hope God. Why do you got to say it like that? Oh. No, I don't think that's the case.
Maybe you'll have a new baby brother coming.
Boy, that would be something. I'm like almost 40 and I got like a baby brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure it's happened before.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever caught your parents in the act?
Oh, geez. I don't want to get into this. I've told you before. I thought I did. Yes, it's happened, but I don't want to get into that.
All right. Fair enough, Incher.
I don't know. I don't want to talk about that.
No, I totally understand. I'll be honest, I didn't even want to watch the pay-per-view this week. I was like, I got home a little late for my walk, and I went to log in. I was like, I guess I'll watch it for the show. And then so often, I don't know, I only watch the pay-per-views on the network, and every time it tells me I have to log in again, it doesn't save it for whatever reason. So then, like, I can never remember the password. So I got to go through this big, and then I got to go to the computer and, like, make a new password, all this bullshit. And then it sucks on the TV because you get like, you just have to like push the button, around the thing. So anyway, I was like, this fucking sucks. I was like annoyed. I'm like, I'm just going to cancel this network because I hate going through this every week. But then I got all set. I'm like, I'll watch this for the show. And I was pleasantly surprised. I'm the most honest man in podcasting. I went in with a negative attitude, but I came out with a positive attitude. I really liked the show. I think it was good from the beginning to end. And the opening match, the ladder match, was amazing. I was like, that really got me into the show. That was awesome. Then I did think like it was a mistake to put that on first because how are you going to follow that? But really, I don't think there was anything like, not all matches as good as that, but there wasn't really anything that bad.
I would say the ladder match was definitely the standout. I'm sure you would agree. But
yeah,
I think there's some stuff in that ladder match I've never seen in a match before. Jeff Hardy was doing some insane things.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Like the teeter-tottering on the ladder or whatever he was, and then they just let it go and he falls to the floor.
Yeah, he's not a young guy because you think about it. I know he's a little younger than Matt, but he's taken much more bumps than Matt. And look how Matt, like he's really like a crippled looking guy. I don't want to be like mean to him, but he doesn't look good. He has a hard time. You could tell he's in pain walking. Mm-hmm. He's limping and stuff. And Jeff has been wrestling for, I think, the same amount of time. He's a little bit younger, but taking much more bumps. And honestly, I'm sure maybe he doesn't feel great, but he still moves well, and he's still taking these crazy, punishment at that age. It's pretty remarkable. Yeah. I don't know if it's smart or not, but entertaining wise, it was very good.
Yeah, the bumps he was taking was insane, and like you said, for his age, is just insane that he's doing stuff like that. I mean, it doesn't matter what age you are. If you're going to jump into a ladder with like the support in the middle, that is just dangerous. I mean, that could probably cut you in half almost. So I was just, when I seen him do that, I was like, oh my God, how could you do that?
Agreed. So I'm going to throw us out here. If anyone decides to donate during the show tonight through the super chats here on YouTube, I don't know how much, this, I've heard it's actually quite a bit, the eBay fees, it's like 40 or 30%, but whatever. After they take their cut, we're going to split it, me and the Inchman, for the super chats here on In Your Head on Tuesdays.
Okay, cool.
So do it up. Help out in your head. Help out Jack and the instrument.
Mhm. Yeah, I've never really
I don't have the
experienced a
foggiest
super
idea.
chat. But anyhow, that would be good.
I don't know either. It looks just like the chat to me, but it's the super chat.
Super chat. But yeah, just and the things that Sami Zayn kind of incorporated with the handcuffs.
Yeah, very creative stuff.
Oh my god, yeah, like how I did not see him latch the handcuff to himself when AJ was doing his thing. They covered that up
Yeah.
perfectly, because AJ went for his move, and I was like, "Oh, I wonder where they're." And then it's attached to Sammy, and I was like, "That was very well done."
Yeah, then
I
he
don't
gets
know if
out
they
the
edited
key
it.
and it was really good stuff. I liked it because sometimes a heel will be like, how do you incorporate the heel outthinking someone in a match? Sometimes it's kind of like you can do it with Lex Luthor and Superman, but how do you do it within wrestling? And I thought this was a really creative way to have the heel outthink, use his mind. And I think Sami Zayn's one of the best heels in wrestling. Maybe my favorite heel. Well, I have to say Roman Reigns is a pretty awesome heel too, but one of the best heels in WWE.
And when AJ discovered that he was handcuffed to Sammy, Sammy just looked up and he said, "You're not going anywhere." and the handcuff through the earlobe.
Oh, that was an awesome spot
On Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, and then Jesse McLeod carrying the ladder, and I thought, "What is he going to get back in it?" But he didn't. But I just thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was worried. I was like, something bad's going to happen
because if you even attempt to do a bump with that, like,
God,
even if you're not wanting to, like, I think,
like,
you're
I was not wanting to see it. I was like, no, please don't. I don't want to see the man lose his freaking ear. I don't want to see that. Please don't do it.
Gonna look like Mick Foley.
Yeah, basically, because I mean, if he would lose control of that ladder with it latched,
even just dropping it, I think you know what I mean.
It's going to at least tear the earlobe. I mean,
yeah.
Oh,
and it wouldn't have taken much, even just like simply dropping the ladder. I think.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Probably. Yeah. So I'm glad he didn't really do a whole lot of moves after that point. I know there's probably people who would have liked to see that, but not me. I was like, no.
No, I don't. It really was cringy just him putting it through. I don't have pierced ears or anything, but it was cringy like him just putting the through the ear hole.
Yeah. I don't know who thought of that, but it definitely gave me that cringy feeling whenever I saw that. I was like, oh.
Yeah, so this turned me around right away. I was like, this was I'm going to be honest, it was a hell of a match. It's going up for, close to match of the year.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, for a show with no crowd, the audience noise is all piped in. And they even put in like the "This is awesome" with all those against them, I mean, that it was still a very good match. I mean, probably one of the better matches we've seen in quite a while. I mean,
definitely from WWE.
Yeah, AEW's done some good stuff, with the the parking lot brawl we had and all that.
Yeah.
That was good stuff. Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
That might be a way to go, is to incorporate some of the, I'll get to use sexy, sorry, to incorporate some of the gimmicky stuff, because I think two of the better matches are ones we just said, the ladder match and the parking lot brawl.
And that almost felt like it was something the guys himself might have came up with.
Yeah, because I would, in my mind, he's a creative guy, Sami Zayn.
Yeah, or AJ. I mean, he's had a lot of great matches in the past, and Jeff Hardy. I mean, he's pretty much known for ladder matches. So
what did you think of it, Steven?
So, that was I was kind of probably a similar opinion than you, Jack. I went in there thinking, oh, geez, this is going to be a bad show.
Yeah, because I didn't watch the shows, and then I just looked at like the lineup, and I was like, I'm not really interested in any of this stuff.
But I was quite impressed. They started off with the ladder match, and Jeff Hardy had to do his swanton off the very top of a high ladder and again, sooner or later, he's not going to get up from something like that. But I was impressed that he, even at his age, he's still doing that. That there was that spot where he was sliding down the ladder, and then he got tangled up in the ladder and at ringside, And then I thought, oh, geez, I hope he's okay there too.
Yeah, yeah.
And like you were saying, Jack, I was quite impressed with Sami Zayn using his brain to outsmart these other two guys.
Yeah, it's really not. I think it's like a neat idea, but I think it's hard to actually pull off in wrestling. But I think they did a good job with it.
But yeah, and I was thinking all along as this match was going on that he's going to win it. Sami Zayn somehow is going to figure out a way to win it, because it looked like he was the guy who was getting beat up all the time. And he was like being overmatched by these other two superior guys. And when he did it was when he put the handcuff AJ to the ladder. And then I thought, oh, that is so, I mean, I was actually cheering the guy. I thought that was great that AJ got outsmarted, and then Sami Zayn just took it right in front of him. And I thought that was fantastic. I would give that, A plus all the way. I enjoyed that ladder match.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I didn't see the dark match. I don't know if either of you guys did. Cesaro
that was a tag match. Yeah. The Lucha, was it Lucha House Party? And Cesaro and Nakamura.
What did you think of that one, Inchman?
And
I did not see that one either. I don't know why they bother like separating this stuff. Why don't they just put the match on?
Yeah, especially with no crowd, it doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, but no, I did not see that one either. But I've been enjoying their stuff on SmackDown, Cesaro and Shinsuke. Kind of like.
I'm a big fan of Zelina Vega, but she's not really a great wrestler. So I didn't even know why she had a title match or why this was on pay-per-view. But
and it was short. It was short.
Yeah, for what it was, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It was fine, but it just didn't really seem like a pay-per-view match.
Yeah, Asuka defeated Zelina Vega by submission. So, yeah, she's never been like one that I really cared a whole lot about her matches. So I don't know. I think she's a very good manager.
Yeah, to me, she's like Lana. I don't, they have a lot of upside, but why do they have to be wrestlers?
Yeah. I think she's
more athletic than Lana.
Oh yeah. Lana seems kind of awkward out there. So,
did you guys used to watch her in TNA when she wrestled in TNA?
I seen some stuff of her in TNA. Did you feel she was better back then?
Well, I thought she was in that tag team. Was she like one half of the sort of female Latin American exchange?
Yeah, her and Selena or something like that.
Yeah, I used to. Yeah, I remember watching them. I remember watching them in the tag match. Yeah,
I can't remember. What was her partner's name? She ended up having to wear a mask or something. Something like her. She had like
Rosita and Sarita. Was that their names?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think like was Rosita the one that got like her face, like her bone, like kind of smashed or something, and like I forget. That has been so long ago.
Yeah,
it was her partner's
Hot Rod shirt, Roddy Piper.
Hot Rod.
I like it because it's a combination of his. Before he had the Hot Rod shirt, he actually wore a Black Panther shirt, and so it's a combination of his two.
They just added them together. But yeah, nothing really happening in that match. So
no,
I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't like anything happening for us.
And people know I've said this for years. I'm not a Bobby Lashley fan. I'm not seen anything in him besides being a big guy. But the little WWE I've seen, I'm a big fan of the Hurt Business. I like the group. I like their look. I like MVP as the promo guy. I think they mesh well together. And I think Bobby Lashley is good for this group. If they would have debuted Bobby Lashley like this in this same group, I think he would have really taken off as a star when he came back.
Without doing all that crazy stuff with Lana and all that, and just like
that's bad. He was doing stuff you could tell he wasn't into, and he had no. It was against all his strengths. His strengths is just being like a big guy. You know what I mean? He's not good at these weird comedy roles, or like when he'd come out and flex his ass and like. It just made him uncomfortable.
Yeah,
and it didn't work.
But this is working.
Yeah.
This is something that works, so they should probably continue down this path.
Yeah. I don't know how many times he's going to fight Apollo Crews. I don't even watch the show, but every time I watch a pay-per-view, it's Bobby Lashley and or Apollo Crews and MVP. It's Apollo Crews versus the Hurt Business.
Yeah, this is like, oh my God, it's time for Bobby Lashley to get a new opponent, a new challenger.
Yeah, and the thing is, Apollo's a good wrestler, but he's like the prototypical WWE babyface where he just smiles a lot. And what's so funny is if you watch any of their documentaries about the Attitude Era, they say over and over and over about how it was passe, people were tired of the smiling babyface, so that's how Steve Austin rose up and The Rock. And it's like, okay, that was like 96 or something. 24 years later, they're just doing the same thing with so many of the baby faces.
Yeah.
They're like, go up there and smile, and you're the baby face. It's like, you knew it was old and passe in 96. How do you think it is in 2020?
That's basically how Ricochet's been in WWE. Has he ever had like a heel run at all? I don't think he has.
No, and he was super. There's a guy that was like mega over in
NXT.
NXT.
Yeah.
It is weird how they can have someone so over. You can't even really say they're developmental anymore when it's on national television. It's just another show. It's not even like he's over to the small audience like people always want to say. It's a regular show. In a lot of ways, it's one of the more popular shows. So he's really over on their one show, and then they put him on their quote unquote main show and just present him like he's, why would anyone care? Unless you already knew him or you just like wrestling matches, which is fine, but you need more than just straight up wrestling matches to really get someone over.
I mean, he was known as a man who probably had like one of the greatest matches ever. I mean, with Will Ospreay, and now he's just so stale. So stale. I was a huge fan of him as Prince Puma in Lucha Underground. I thought this guy's just great, and then in WWE, they do it to a lot of guys. They come in and they just so stale and just, I do not care about this person.
I would assume if AEW had started a little, just like a couple years earlier, he would have been one of the main pickups.
Yeah. It's a shame he isn't.
Because he was, really one of those guys on that same, level.
I mean, like, there's no excitement for whenever he comes out. I'm like, I don't care about Ricochet.
No, it's too bad. I mean, he's a super talented guy. And Apollo Crews, I always think was a talented wrestler, but I don't think he was ever over even in NXT, really.
Yeah.
I just think they never really. I watched him on the Indies, and I always thought he was great. And I thought he would be a big star, but you need, like I said, he's got the raw talent. He's very talented, but you need more than that. You can't just be a guy who wrestles and smiles.
Most definitely.
And I don't think that's what basically they wanted to do with New Day, but they basically just took it and turned it on itself and made a mockery of what they wanted to give them and then ran with it. But not everyone has the ability to do that or like the stroke in the company to do that.
These guys are growing on me. The Street Profits. I have to admit, I'm starting to like them. They're kind of Ford.
I like them too.
Montez Ford, he's kind of obnoxious, but he's starting to grow on me.
You're doing like a war chant?
No, a yawn.
Oh. I thought you were going, hoy. I shouldn't do that. We'll get kicked off YouTube.
No, yeah. But they took on Andrade and Angel Garza.
625th time. Yeah, they took it.
Yeah. They've fought a lot, that's for sure. So. But yeah. I mean,
I thought as a match wise, it was fine. I just going in, I wasn't like really connected to anybody. I don't watch a show, so I don't know if there's a few going. But just as a match was fine, and I actually like both teams too. I like the Street Profits.
Well, supposedly at one point, Garza supposedly hurt himself at one point.
Yeah, because I think that's why they had the weird finish where I thought the ref just messed up again, but apparently the. He got hurt.
Oh yeah, they did end that one pretty soon.
Yeah,
because like
it looked like they were mad. The Street Profits, the one. But from understanding, he got hurt, so that's why.
Like Dawkins just went for a pin, and they just counted the 3, and it was just like, oh,
Yeah, then the commentators were just like, "Oh, he botched it." I don't know what you're
Maybe
supposed
your
to.
commentator shouldn't say they botched something on the
What
show.
do you do? Like you mentioned this last week, but what do you do? Like they give it,
Yeah.
and if they do mess up, they're supposed to actually just run with it. And then what do you do as the commentator?
Well, if somebody was hurt, I could see,
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
ending
yeah.
the match earlier.
Yeah.
But if
You think
somebody
there'd
is
be
like,
some type of communication though, like where they'd say, like, "Hey,
you think
say
they
this"
could
or something.
relay the message to everybody and try to figure out a plan. But
Yeah,
probably it's the people at Gorilla just saying, just
it's
end
weird
this.
when they show the replay. Not only did he get his shoulder up, he never had both shoulders.
Oh yeah, I
down.
know. Well, why'd they
Yeah.
show that?
Yeah,
just leave people with doubt. Don't
Right.
even show the side view where it's like, well, he obviously has his
Yeah.
shoulder up.
I see Lexar in the chat. Where get on here, boy?
Let's see, what's the next one? Asuka, she took on Bailey.
Yeah.
Bailey came out and she announced how not Sasha Banks, it was Nikki Cross who was originally scheduled to be.
I'm glad it was changed because I don't give a fuck about Nikki Cross. That was when I saw the graphic. I was like, "Ooh, why is this match on here?"
So yeah, Nikki was. What's the deal with Nikki? Did she get the crud or something? I don't know.
You probably just realized why is she on a singles match on pay-per-view.
just don't. Let's not do this.
Someone actually saw the graphic. They're like, "What? Is this a mistake? Did a ref botch this one too? We just have to run with it. Why is this happening?"
Vince is like, "That's good shit, pal."
I wonder if they do that. If the graphics guy messes up, they're like, "We just got to go with it. Just got to go with it.
Just got to go with it."
They put the wrong person on the banner.
So yeah, Asuka.
Nothing against her. I'm sure she's a fine person.
Asuka answered Bailey's open invitation to come out and fight her. So it's good stuff.
Yeah, it was only a few minutes, and then Bailey hit her with the chair, and then this mysterious person appears and takes off her, was it like a hood or something? And
and then it was
Sasha Banks with a collar around her neck, and of course she tried to, I guess she didn't do a good job of it, tried to act like her neck was hurt and she was limited, but she was moving around and swinging that kendo stick, and
she had like these hip pants on. She was like trying to look sexy with the brace on her neck.
Yeah,
I don't know if
I like sexy cripples.
Yeah, like sexy injured person.
It's like a Halloween costume because people take anything, and now it's the sexy version. It's the sexy Freddy Krueger.
Here's a sexy almost quadriplegic.
I like the run in though personally. It worked for me. I like Bailey a lot, and I like Sasha Banks a lot too. She gets a lot of hate, I think, online for some reason. Sasha Banks, but
I heard she was in the new series on Disney Plus, the Mandalorian.
Yeah, I've not watched it. I know everyone's loving it, but I think I've really been burned out on Star Wars. But this one might be something actually decent.
It would probably get you back into it. I haven't watched it either, but I'm wanting to. But I just
my brother's all about Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
He even bought me a Baby Yoda sweatshirt last year. I've never watched a show, but it's warm.
Yeah.
An intro used to call me his Baby Yoda.
I did. Okay.
Do you think maybe I could do that for Halloween? Sexy Yoda.
Sexy Yoda. Yeah, that's one I haven't seen.
Look, we're talking all the women for Halloween. They'll take something that's scary, whatever, and boom, now it's the sexy Jason Voorhees.
Is there a sexy Jason Voorhees?
Yes, I've seen. I'm not even joking on that.
Really?
One. Yep.
There's nothing about Jason Voorhees that's like sex appeal to me. It's like
I'm taking it back for the men.
What
do you think? Sexy Penguin from Batman?
Well, that one dude on the Gotham, he doesn't even look like Penguin. He's just this,
It's before he gets fat.
And Burgess Meredith, are you saying Burgess Meredith isn't sexy, Jack?
I'm gonna sex it up.
I think Burgess Meredith is the very definition of sexy.
I did go as Penguin one year, and it was the Burgess Meredith version. And I heard him inch pleasured himself to the pictures. That's what my sources say.
Oh, your source is way off on that one.
I don't know. Some bearded incher told me.
So Mitten was all hopped up on something.
Mitten?
He was like,
What's he
"I'm
got to
on
do
the
with this?"
bourbon trail, Jack, and Incher. He pleasures yourself. Do your penguin.
What's Mitten got to do with this?
You know what, Mitten? Mitten's got everything to do with it. Everything.
He's supposedly sending us new boxes. He thought we might get them by today, but we didn't. I didn't anyway. I don't know if you did.
I haven't checked the mail. I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't get anything. So maybe by next week,
we can
we'll do the unboxing. That'll be exciting. Hopefully, it lives up to last time. Hopefully, it's a shirt like either of us can wear.
Like I wear this, and I get I get some funny looks. Like
yeah, well, the underboss.
Demonic looking shirt or something, or like
you live in
trying to join
place,
the mafia or something like that. But yeah, I can't put this on and walk around. I'm kind of jealous about that. He should have bought me one. I can't wear this around.
No. Because you don't want to wear a shirt that says Jackie Jones on it.
Exactly. That guy. Is
that what you think people think satanic?
No. No, I'm saying it's like I'm trying to be a mafia or thug.
Yeah, well, I don't think mafia is satanic.
I don't know. I was just trying to think of a
fucking I'm Italian here.
Or I think I'm a tough guy or something.
Right.
It's really just a wrestling group. It's really Bad Luck Fale, who is a tough man, but he's not a very good commentator. I'm sorry, Kevin Kelly. He's not a very.
Did I tell you the guy who gave me hell was a couple weeks ago for wearing a pink on my shirt?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, I had a Biba record shirt, which is a famous record store in L.A. So when I was out there in L.A., I bought one, and then it's sad news. It's actually closed because of COVID, and it's not going to reopen. It's a famous record store. But anyway, I bought it's a black shirt and some Biba records, and it's pink. The logo's in pink, and I was wearing it the other day, and this guy outside Tedeschi's, which is a convenience store like a 7-Eleven, and he just said, "Oh, back in my day, we would have given you the business wearing a pink shirt. You ain't no woman." So drunk dude.
Man, what would he have to say to Bret Hart? I mean,
exactly. I hadn't heard that saying in a while though. He would have gave me the business.
Give you the business.
The day before that, I think I told, I don't know, maybe I don't know. But I was walking, I just bought the jean jacket. I was walking with a jean jacket and my mask, and I was walking through a parking lot. And when we get out of her pickup, she's like, "Oh, you scared me. You shouldn't walk around where there's single women looking like that." I was like, "Oh, the masks are," because I have a mask, but it has like a skull on it. Everyone wears masks now, but I just like the ones that look cool. And she's like, "It's the mask, it's the hair, it's the clothes, it's the everything." And I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever." So I just kept walking down the street. And then a while down the street, when I'm going, and this was at night, so I was going across the crosswalk, and I noticed someone was behind me. So, and then it was her. And then so I walked down the street that's unlit. And so I kind of stopped and I looked around, and she pulls her backpack off, it opens up and starts going through it. And I'm like, "What the fuck? Is she going to get a gun out or something?" So then I walked fast down to the next strip mall and went into the convenience store and bought a coffee and stayed there a couple minutes. I came out, she's gone. But it was really weird because then I thought, so I was at this parking lot. And then I went across the street to this little convenience store where the guy gives me a free coffee. Then I went back across the street and down here. So she had to been following me like a quarter of a mile and had left her pickup. So if you were afraid of a guy,
Yeah, why would you be?
Would you leave your car and follow him down an unlit road?
That's a crazy person, I think. She's crazy.
So the one day,
Was she pulling something out of her bag to like get like a mace or something?
I don't know. I didn't want to stick around and find out. I don't want to get shot or sprayed in the eyes.
Yeah, really. Or she has like a freaking mace with the ball and chain and starts swinging it at you.
Yeah, I don't know. It was really weird.
That would be a crazy person. Why are people always following you and trying to like?
Yeah, Trista said like I should. Trista suggested I get a GoPro and just record myself wandering around town.
It would be good. Yeah, that there's people who do that. They're like bloggers or vloggers or whatever. They go all over different places.
Yeah, I'd get one. Well, I actually do have one. Sophia sent me one. Thank you, Sophia. There's Sophia Cassiola. But because I mentioned one time I wanted one and she sent me one. But I've not used it. But then I do assume if I would put it on and wear it around, nothing would happen. You know what I'm saying? Just wander around. Mm-hmm. So so then Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. This was actually a very good match too. Ambulance match.
Oh yeah, a lot of surprise appearances from former victims of Randy Orton, which showed up during this. You had first one was Big Show. I know you're all so excited for
Big Show. Big Show. It's a big bad show tonight. Well, it's a big show.
He looked like he's in pretty decent shape still, you know?
Yeah, no, he looked good. I mean, I don't care about the thing is, the last time he came back, they actually did a good job, and then immediately, like the next week, they just had him lose, and then it just killed any momentum he had of being off TV and coming back. They don't know how to book people. I mean, let's be honest. But this was good because you actually had a payoff for once to a guy beating other legends. Usually it just goes nowhere because we've seen this similar gimmick like 3 or 4 times in the last 10 years where it's the legend killer and he beats up all the old guys, but then it never goes anywhere. Then this time it actually went somewhere.
Christian attacks him at the catering table when they're battling through the back.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it's cool for Christian because he actually gets to be considered a legend for once.
Mm-hmm. Then Shawn Michaels gave him the super kick on top of the ambulance, pushing him off. I thought that was a pretty good spot.
Sweet super kick.
The sweet chin music.
You know what? People could learn a lot from Shawn Michaels because you hardly ever see him slap his leg.
Yeah.
You hear it. The super kick still looks great. He still delivered a great super kick, but it's not like super obvious he's slapping his leg.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, even though I like Stevie Richards, I think he was the first guy that I thought was like super obvious doing it.
Yeah. Got to know the camera placement. You got to know how to hide that slap.
You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. You got to know when to walk away, Incher. You got to know when to run.
That's probably the most important one is know when to run.
You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting, Inch, man, when the dealing's done.
That one doesn't seem that important to me. You do want to count your money. I mean, you want to know.
If there's robbers around, they'll be like,
well, they can count your money no matter what. I mean, you're at a casino.
Yeah, but you don't want to show them. That's the thing, interesting. You're not from the city like me, and in the urban land. Well, you don't want to take out your wallet and be like, I'll pay for that.
So, are you telling me the gambler is at an illegal card game? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they weren't legal. Yeah, exactly. There's like disco. It's like he's like Disco Inferno of his day.
Somebody call the cops.
You probably would because you're a big rat.
Terrible. Who called the freaking cops on disco?
I know. How lame do you have to be? You should just get a beat down.
Was somebody pissed because they lost their money? Well, who ratted out disco? Good Lord.
He was K-Dog.
K-Dog. He's like, I got a tip for you all.
Like right after he's going and stooging the Meltzer. I'm just kidding. I actually like K-Dog a lot, but if he would have done it, probably would have just been as a joke. But I don't know how good of a joke that would be.
Hopefully there wasn't anything serious for that,
I know.
Like, of
To
all
me, that
things,
shouldn't even be illegal if it's like I don't think it should be illegal anyway, but especially if it's like your buddy, you and your buddy sitting around
if
playing.
everybody agrees to sit down at that table, what's the they're not putting a gun to somebody's head and like, you got to sit at this table and gamble.
Exactly.
You
That'd be
know?
weird.
I mean, well, why can't people do that?
I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, a lot of that stuff could technically be illegal. Like if you had like a football pool at work or something, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Which is really crazy to think.
I mean, of all the crimes that's going on in the United States of America, they're like, we got to break this card game up. Ridiculous.
I used to, honestly, when I was like growing up, everything we played was for money. Not with my friends, but everything like my family. Every time we played anything was always like penny a point or something. It was always money involved.
Yeah,
And it just it added more stakes to the game. That's probably why I don't like to lose in any games, because like I was used to playing them for money. So it went on beyond just the which Incher knows. Whenever we played games, I was always cutthroat.
He was like determined in that Connect Four game.
I think I did win every time.
There was a lot of draws. There was a lot. It wasn't like I was an imbecile. It was just like, oh, almost again. Connect Four, there's always a lot of draws,
That was promos. Like, I must win, must destroy Inchman. So yeah, that was good. That was fun. And then this is one of the first time I've actually seen the Roman Reigns heel stuff. I love it. I'm loving the character.
Well, the build to this Jey Uso match, I thought, has been very good. I thought Jey Uso really delivered a hell of a promo on SmackDown last week, where he was like talking about like how, Roman's always getting all the credit and everything, and he only gets people who look at him and say, which one are you? Because he's a twin.
Yeah, from what I saw, like I loved it. This is stuff that I like. It's very real. You could tell there's a lot of reality to it. It's believable. It's dramatic.
Yeah.
I think both guys, I know some people are down on Roman. I think the stuff with Roman, it's more that he was the baby face that was pushed all the time, because actually I do think he's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
And I've always been an Usos fan, and I'm glad to see them doing something. I think he could be a star in his own right, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
And the match was good, and it was a lot of it was set up to be more of an angle than a match at the end.
I think so, yeah.
But it worked for me. It worked for me.
Roman Reigns wanted to make Jey Uso say that he was the big chief.
Mm-hmm. The tribal chief. Just like
chief.
Yeah, intro off air, he told me I'm the heady chief.
It is funny, isn't it, Lexar? I mean, it's just mind blowing. He would
funny because it's true.
Mind blowing.
Will he wear a Leah like Roman Reigns?
I should have brought. I do have one. When I went to Kentucky, Jason gave me one.
Mm-hmm.
A lay. Jason laid me apparently, but yeah.
Uh-oh.
I sent some pictures of me and Jason from 3 years ago today.
I did see those with Jason putting his toe in his mouth. It was his own toe. How does he do that? How does he put his own foot into his mouth?
I'm sure you can do the PAFO. Don't you think you'd have to be, if you could do that, you can do the PAFO with ease?
I don't know. That's the next one. That's the next photo shoot, I guess, Jay.
Go to me and Jason's OnlyFans to find out.
Oh my goodness.
Forget super chats. People out there wondering what to do now that Sonny's in the big house. Boom.
So she's been arrested?
I think so, hasn't she? I don't know.
What was it this time?
Being Sonny.
Jeez, stay out of trouble, Sonny. You're a WWE Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and she said she was making like 6 figures a month or something, or a year anyway, from her OnlyFans.
I mean, that's legal. I mean,
I know. I'm just saying, but she screwed it up. Now she can't.
I know.
Get money.
I'm just saying. Why can't you just live on that and be happy, and don't get yourself in trouble? That's what I'm saying.
This is nothing against Sonny, because Sonny's always been very nice to us.
She's been great to us. I mean, she's always nice, gives us great interviews.
Yeah, very good interview. It does make me think, though, Sonny, an older Sonny can make, tens of thousands or $100,000 a month, whatever it is. Imagine what like a current wrestler could make in their prime.
You're just putting that out there, right? This is a lot like when you tried to talk that one girl and getting on the Sibian, isn't it?
She did it.
But it's like you tried to encourage the current superstars, I think.
I'm not saying they should do it. I'm just saying, if you need the money.
So
And if you're cool with, putting things in your hoo-ha for the internet.
Mm-hmm. We did forget to bring up that during this whole pay-per-view that Drew Gulak did win the 24/7.
He did. I couldn't believe it. Trevor Gulash won a belt. So now Jerry Vitetta, he can't keep asking us every week, will Trevor Gulash win a title? He has.
He did. He won the 24/7 title.
And then he lost it.
Truth got it back before the show was over.
Come on. No one still finds this stuff funny, do they?
I do like that Tozawa was eaten by a shark. I have to admit it. I mean, Tozawa was eaten by a shark. I want him to come in with like some shark teeth around his head and just look like he's mad, like he just got out of the ocean or something.
Yeah, that's how you can bring a Shark Boy.
Yeah, there you go. They're hiring a lot of TNA people. That's true. Shark Boy would be more than willing, I'm sure.
I see
someone
someone
wanting to drop the Stone Cold accent, though, the impression.
I'm trying to keep up with the chat, but just throwing it out there. Sometimes I miss stuff. But if you hit the super chat, this money button there, it pins your comment to the top. Then I'll never miss it.
Never.
Just throwing it out there. Just cost you a few bucks.
Speaking of bucks, Jack, you sent me a text saying that you have received the money to watch Monday Night Raw, SmackDown.
Button there. It pins.
Did you watch?
$35 since last week.
$35. Did you do it?
I DVR'd both shows.
You didn't do it. You're cheating. That's not how this goes.
My man here, one of the donors, my left-hand man, my
I knew
Canadian brother.
I knew it was Mitten.
My kindred spirit.
Mitten, come on. Don't let
Stephen Butler, who I'm talking about.
Steven did?
Yeah, Stephen Butler. And he gave me the A-OK to take this, it didn't have to be this week because he said that the show, because of COVID, had its problems. So he's totally cool with me extending this money till the future weeks.
Steven, that wasn't the agreement. Why are you
I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see exactly, because Jack says he hasn't watched Raw in quite a long time. I really want to get his honest opinion.
You got to watch Impact.
And well, you gotta devote.
You got to make it make good. You got to watch Impact.
I can't watch like 20 hours of content, but
you got to watch Impact.
Well, if I watch Raw, I don't want it a show that's like subpar because it messed up because of COVID. I want to watch it when it's like their best, effort. So I can give it a fair assessment of the show.
Yeah, because those Retribution guys weren't on the show.
Yeah, you can't watch it without slap ass and silly putty.
That wasn't the agreement.
And plus, if you would watch Raw last night, you would have seen.
You're supposed to watch SmackDown.
So.
Well, wasn't that 2020? You watch Raw and SmackDown?
I've got the A-OK for my kindred spirit of the Headyverse, Stephen Butler.
How'd you fall for that?
The tribal chief of Toronto.
A long time. I thought I'd better donate some money to the show and help out with some expenses and all that. So
he's a good man.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Stephen.
Yeah.
But that wasn't what was discussed last week.
I had a lot of doctor's appointments this week for the leg.
Okay. I'll drop
I'd
it.
heated gel on my leg, and the woman was like rubbing all around.
Yeah,
But
getting off from the doctor.
no,
yeah.
you really honestly I couldn't because it did feel. But then like she'd like push it in, like she's like sorry, and then like it was really weird because you could hear it.
Did you go?
She's
Oh,
like,
you
you'll
like
hear
it
this.
rough."
They have like you could hear your blood, and they have it like really high, so you
Really?
could like. And so she's like, I'm gonna pump the blood. So she would grab my calf and go like this, like real hard, push it in like like you're pumping like you know they pump the shoes or whatever.
like the fire, like the old school fire
And so you
stoker.
and you
thing.
can really hear the blood. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's really weird that just pumping your calf, like your would pump your blood up. And then she'd push on my stomach real hard to push the blood back, like push it in like this. And I was like, jeez. She's really
Excellent.
rough. But some people are into that, like so.
Was the nurse hot?
No.
He didn't even skip a beat on that one.
The
Was she
stalker I
hot?
have's kind of hot, to be honest. But I think she's like kind of crazy. She literally told me. I think I told you last week. She's like, okay, I won't say the street. I won't say people's street addresses, but there's a street I walk up. I almost said the street, and it's usually elderly. I'm not joking. Elderly women. There's a group of them that play croquet every day, and they kind of like hit on me, and it's fun. It's cute and it's funny. This time it was actually someone like around my age, might be even a little younger.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying something. I always have my earbuds or headphones on, so I took them off. And she was like, I don't want to be, don't think I'm a crazy stalker, but I forget the term she used. It's a weird term. I inspect you, something like that. I inspect you as you walk up and down the street.
That is weird.
And she said she said, I have to say you look fucking fantastic, especially in those jeans. And I was like, whoa. And so, but I don't know. I think she's like, oh, maybe I can walk with you, because I walk every day. I was like, oh, whatever. But I don't know. I think there's something weird about him.
Yeah.
I just
think
get
I'm
this
a
feeling.
stalker, but I want to stalk you.
Yeah. It was weird.
Is there a stalker that's just like, I am a stalker?
Right. You wouldn't do that. You're not going to just go up to say, hey, I'm a mugger.
You're getting mugged now.
You're getting mugged, buddy.
I mean,
Right.
It's what we do.
Lexar, what did you think of this show?
Monday Night Raw or Clash of Champions?
Neither one. I was thinking of the Night of Champions. Or what was it? Clash of Champions.
Yeah,
No, what the fuck
Clash.
do
I
mean?
like the earlobe to the ladder spot with Sami Zayn.
That's pretty
and
sweet.
Jeff Hardy. Yeah, because I never saw that before. Yeah, I
Mhm.
thought he was
Oh,
gonna
no.
handcuff like Jeff Hardy's wrist to the ladder, but no, it was his earlobe that he
Just
used.
imagine what if Prince Albert was in this match.
Mhm.
No,
For sure.
and I don't know how it's done, but how did Sami Zayn keep his key in his mouth and not swallow it during the matches, during the bumps he took?
Ivan
wonder-
Koloff used to keep a blade in his mouth.
That's true. I'm wondering if there's some editing done, like where because they're not live. Were they live?
I don't think so because they would have
Yeah, they were live.
and they would have also edited the tag match.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and they were live. Okay.
What did you think of the show, Vic?
I really enjoyed it. We had I had friends over for a pay-per-view party for the first time since the Royal Rumble, and I was going in thinking, well, we'll get some pizza and we'll have a good time.
Right.
Really wasn't counting on it, the match just being any good, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, I thought everything that I didn't see anything that was just horribly bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought the thing with Sasha and Bailey was real good.
I did
thought
too,
that
yeah.
was done pretty well. So, and I mean, the last match, I mean, one of the big complaints with WWE is says you can't get emotionally invested in a match, but I thought you could that last match.
Oh, definitely.
That was
definitely.
I mean, they They got rid of all the stupid stuff, got some, I mean, even with the legends, that worked.
Yeah, that worked. It was
I thought,
that's it. To me, that's a like a fun thing, but it's not like really stupid or nothing. You know, the wrestling should have some fun stuff.
I mean, there was a logical finish to each match, and you don't see that these days.
No, there was none of the I know Lexar loves them, but there was none of the cinematic matches.
Are they like making Roman claim he's the big chief of the family and all that? Are they trying to build this for The Rock possibly?
That's the rumor. Rock versus Roman Reigns WrestleMania. That would be big.
That would be big.
It'd be weird without a crowd. I don't know if I would bother paying Rock a lot of money to do a match without a crowd though.
Yeah.
Hopefully
he probably wants to do it.
Yeah.
I
wouldn't want to wrestle without a crowd. I think wouldn't you feel weird?
Yeah, it would feel kind of weird. It would be odd. But we had our epic match without a crowd, so
that's true. And that didn't feel weird at all when we were grunting and groaning over each other.
That felt totally natural.
It felt all right. I bet you wish I had some of that heated gel that night.
Oh my goodness. Oh, whatever. But yeah. What do you think about Jay coming out and or Jimmy coming out and offering to throw in the towel at the end?
I thought it worked. I mean, it kind of made him look like pussies, but I think it not really, because like he was really beating his brother down. So I thought it really worked. I just hope it's not the end of the Usos, like doing anything with them. Like I don't hope they don't sacrifice Usos just for Reigns. Like I hope they continue doing something. But I thought it really worked.
Yeah, and he did concede and say that he was the big chief. Jimmy did. He said, "Is that what you want? You got it." And he told him, he's like, "Just leave him alone." It's kind of how what he said to me when I was beating you down.
When you're beating me off, maybe.
Oh, good Lord. That's just uncalled for. I thought you're supposed to be woke. Would a woke person be making these jokes?
I don't think beating off's like unwoke. I think you can be woke and still,
you're harassing. You're harassing me, sir.
Well, the thing is, I don't see it as a negative injury.
Well, you're not correct, then. I mean,
well, see, that's
is a form of harassment.
You're the one who's, you're taking this. You're homophobic because you think the act of jerking me off is a negative thing.
What?
It's just your homophobia running wild.
Good Lord.
You should be totally fine with it.
Oh, he's so woke nowadays, everybody. He's so woke.
I am awake.
I
do have more energy.
Yeah.
That's because I'm drinking all this coffee.
Kind of coffee you got tonight?
Kenyan. It's actually a medium roast. I usually just drink dark roast, but this is a Kenyan medium roast. It's good.
Excellent.
I did get some Ugandan roast. And I was like, man, I'm gonna get this for the fallen Kamala. Ugandan beans. Dark roast Ugandan bean coffee. I'm thinking of buying my own beans and roasting them myself. What do you think?
It seems a lot easier just to go to the store and buy you some coffee.
Well, I don't buy ground coffee anymore. I buy a whole bean coffee, then I grind it myself. And then I make it in the French press. I don't brew it. We brew it in the French press, but I don't do the drip brew. So, and I really could tell the difference. I'm becoming a coffee snob. And now the next step would be to buy my own fresh beans and then roast them myself. I don't know.
I'm going to do a run in and just have a can of Folgers and I'm going to throw it in your face just to see what you do. And be like, no, not the Folgers.
What are you, crazy?
Yeah.
Man, that'd be like putting ketchup on your nuggets or something. Like, this ain't barbecue sauce.
Ketchup on nuggets ain't too bad, really, if you want to know the truth. It is kind of tasty. I do prefer sweet and sour.
I am a sweet and sour guy myself. The Polynesian is pretty good too. At
From Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
That's basically sweet and sour, isn't it?
It is.
I
It's just
mean, why
calling
they
it
got to call it Polynesian?
to impress
We're not
me.
fooled. We're not fooled, Chick-fil-A.
It's funny. When I didn't have a Chick-fil-A around, it was always cool when we were in Charlotte. Like, oh wow, it's our annual trip to Charlotte. I can get Chick-fil-A, and I'd look forward to go getting it. And then they opened a Chick-fil-A near us, and Troy's like, "Oh man, now we can get Chick-fil-A anytime." When we went, and then we went again like a year later. It's like once it's there, it's like whatever. It's fine.
I actually had Chick-fil-A tonight.
Really?
Yeah, I had grilled chicken nuggets. So their grilled chicken nuggets aren't too bad.
I haven't tried them.
Like them. And then I had a medium fry.
I had beef stew that I made myself with my own 2 hands.
Yeah, beef stew's good.
I put it on this morning at like 7 a.m. and was cooking all day. I came home tonight, the whole house smelled like beef stew. Damn, that was good. Fine eating, inch man.
How much do you eat typically? Do you make like a big bowl or just?
Yeah, I made a big crock pot full. So there'll be enough.
No, I mean, like, how much do you like serve to yourself?
Oh, just a bowl.
Just a bowl.
Yeah, I put mushrooms in this time, so it's not as much red meat for me. My mom, mostly eats the. I don't know if she might. I don't know what she might have picked the mushrooms out. I don't know, but for me, it was a little less red meat because you put the mushrooms in, and the mushrooms really, soak in that beefy juice, so it tastes good.
Your mom's picking out the mushrooms. Like, where's the meat? Damn it!
I don't know. I don't know if she did or not, but I'm just putting.
She's going to break in like that old lady from the Wendy's commercial. Where's the beef?
Well, there's not a lot of beef in. I don't put potatoes in my stew either.
No potatoes?
I put carrots.
I like carrots. We put the carrots in ours too. So.
Yeah, I'm very picky how I eat potatoes. I don't eat a lot of potatoes. I think potatoes in stew get very bland.
Nah, they're all right. Just cut them smaller. Make them little diced,
I'm just putting extra carrots in.
Lexar, how do you feel about this? I know Lexar has strong feelings on this. I can see it in his face right now.
I think Jackie Jones is going to become a food chef celebrity, one of those Food Network. He's going to try out for one of those Food Network reality shows.
I agree with this. It's been talked about for a while, but as of today, I did get I was demonetized on all the platforms last year. Long story short, I'm remonetized on all the platforms. And so I've got a newfound interest to actually do more videos so you can bring in the pesos. So I was brought up. I was like, hey, maybe it's a good time to bring back these cooking videos. And my friend out there, Lisa Sheets, she was all excited. She's a big fan of my cooking videos. She also wanted drinking videos, but I don't know how exciting it would be if we would do multiple videos of me drinking, seltzer. That's probably not going to be too exciting. I'll make coffee videos, Incher. Me drinking coffee. Incher would be all about that. He'd be like, man, I wonder what this dark roast Ugandan coffee's like. Did Incher die? Incher, are you alive? Oh, I thought he died for a second. What happened? Now he's gone. He's like, I will not have any of this coffee. Hope he's all right. Man, I feel bad. All right, well, it's good. If he's dead, we'll move on with the show. I'm just kidding. I'm sure he's fine. Let me check my, I'm going to check my text here. This is live texting to the Incher. It was weird. It must have froze, but I thought he just stopped moving. Man, that would be sad if Fincher just died live on the show. Yeah. Anything else you got? Anything about Raw or anything you guys want to bring up or get Mitch Man back?
Well, I want to talk about. You want to go ahead, Steven, or should I go?
I was just gonna say, Jack, another incentive for you to review next week's Monday Night Raw. And I'm jokingly saying this with tongue firmly in cheek, is the debut of Mandy Night Raw. A new tag team on Monday Night Raw last night was and there was a lot of blonde hair in this match. Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke took on Natty Neidhart.
Dana Brooke.
Yep, took on Natty Neidhart and Lana.
What? All right. Let's see. The one you can get rid of one person on each of these teams and then make one team that's decent. Take Natty and Mandy, make that a team. You have I actually do think Natty's a good wrestler. I also think Mandy's actually a pretty decent wrestler, but you'd have an actually really good worker and a great, character and look. You put them together, maybe you have something, then just get rid of the dead weight. Lana should not be in the ring. And Dana Brooke, oh my God.
Well, I don't know how long this tag team's going to last because, but.
Why did they split up all their tag teams if this is a tag team they have to make? They're like, well, we split up all the teams, but we have a tag belt. Oh, yeah, let's put Dana Brooke in its team.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would combine all these belts. You get too many belts, and put them on both shows, men and women. You really don't need.
Oh, you don't mean where the men and the women can you meant all the women.
You don't need
right.
One, yeah, but yeah, I guess that was some.
I'm not against the idea of a women's tag belt if you have a roster of people, but there really isn't enough to do one right now. So I don't know why they really needed that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool. I think, well, you did have for a while because you had the Kabuki Warriors and you had Asuka. I mean, you had Bailey and but you don't have either team now, so.
And you have your tag champs who may or may not have COVID. So.
Really?
Well, who knows why Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax were supposed to defend the belts on Clash, but they didn't. And
I didn't realize this.
Yeah. So that match was canceled. So who knows why they may or may not have been on that show. But
well, if true though, hopefully they get better quick and they also don't, get too sick either.
But
Maya was trolling on Twitter because she put out a tweet that said, "My tag partner is expecting," after what she had said about Becky Lynch. So that was funny.
It is it's a weird time though. There's no crowd and then people just inexplicably. They should probably just mention it. It's because it's weird just people just aren't on the show. You might as well just say, I mean, people are dealing with this in the world, so it's not it's oh, we can't let anyone know that one of our wrestlers have COVID. But I mean, everyone in the world knows someone who's had it, at their job or in their family or something. So it's not that's big of a shock or something,
Mm-hmm.
You can't pretend it just not you can't just have this weird show with no crowd and just pretend there's no reason why you're doing that,
But Lexar, sorry, I was jumping in front of you, but
that's okay, Steven. I want to point out that Joey Ryan, he decided to take his accusers to court.
Really?
And, he's even though he admitted that he sexually harassed these accusers, he take him to court over money laundering. over his money losses.
Yeah, I
So-
don't know about this because I saw his video about it, and I will admit I do think there was something to what he said on a couple of them. But also as it went on, I started to think, oh, I don't know about some of these. You know what I'm saying? When there's like if there's a couple people saying something, who knows what the truth is? You know what I'm saying? But when there's like 17 people saying something, I tend to believe not all 17 of those people made something up. The one girl was underage that he was talking about. It was pretty shady. I think taking him to court, if there's anything to it at all, is not a wise decision.
It's like how is he gonna explain the judge and the jury like his
gimmick.
gimmick?
Yeah, I mean that's gonna hurt too. Now I do think in theory though, if someone does, I will put this: if someone does falsely accuse you, I do think there should be a penalty to that too. So it's not like I don't want to put a blanket statement out there that no one should ever do that, but I don't think in this case it's probably smart.
Anyway, I also want to point out I wish Incher was here because he'll be so devastated by this.
He lost internet apparently.
Rob Van Dam and his girl Forbes, I forgot her first name. They left Impact Wrestling.
Oh man.
So I'm not sure where they're going now. I hear he turned down might turn down he might go to AEW or the WWE, but he admitted online that he done some projects with the WWE while he's wrestling for Impact.
I don't see him going back to WWE full time at this point, but I don't know. I mean, they brought back MVP and made him like a wrestler, so who knows? It's possible, I guess.
Well, I think if he's willing to go down to Florida and do some.
What does he still? Can he still have? Because honestly, when I still saw him quite a while ago, I really didn't think he was very fun to watch. Match wise, is he like? Does he have good matches?
The only time I ever watched him on Impact, he just seemed to be doing talking segments with his girlfriend. That's I didn't actually see him in the ring. Mind you, I've only seen a few episodes of Impact, so I don't know if he was wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear he moves slow. He doesn't have that quick pace.
Yeah, when you work that style, you probably I don't think you could do that style. Once you get like a certain age, you probably have to change the style a little bit, or you're just not going to look right. I think.
How old is he now?
Going to be probably getting close to 50, I would think.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I'm not against actually people wrestling at that age. It's just I think when you work that specific style, it's hard to pull off. Because Ric Flair was doing great stuff at that age. And Hulk Hogan was big. A lot of people were. It's not just those guys, but I mean, it's one of the things I like about wrestling is it's not like you if your legends get to a certain age, you don't see them anymore because they can't compete. It's like as long as you can go at a relatively reasonable, pace or whatever, you can still, wrestle. But I just think if you're really known for your crazy moves and I think it's a lot harder. Inchman, Lexar broke the news to us that your boy RVD and his gal pal, his wife or her girlfriend, are no longer in Impact. They left.
They're no longer there.
They're leaving it.
Why are they leaving, Lexar?
We don't know.
Don't know.
I saw this too, so it's not like Lexar's making it up like you always think he's making stuff up.
I never said.
Oh, I read it online. It's online.
I've never said Lexar makes stuff up. Don't think that, Lexar. I don't think that
kidding.
you are a man.
I'm just kidding. Jeez. I'm just kidding. I've got a sense of humor.
Oh, I didn't realize that. But maybe they've been offered money somewhere else, or maybe they just don't want to deal with Impact.
Maybe someone offered their wives to RVD to come to their wrestling.
He said, "Oh, okay, I'll come over there and sweat all over them."
Would you share your wife with RVD, Incher?
No.
What if it's a choice, him or Michael Hayes?
Michael Hayes or RVD? Well, I guess I have to go with RVD if that was the case. But yeah, Michael Hayes.
Yeah. So either she'll smell like weed or she'll smell like piss.
I think I'd would prefer the weed.
I do. I'm not a fan of the weed smell, I have to say. I think it just smells like body odor.
It does kind of, if it's strong enough, it does kind of have like a body odor kind of smell. Like you ain't been washing your pits for like 3 days or something.
Do you think you could just like get in someone's, like just start snorting their armpit and you get high then?
You could try if you want.
That's a good experiment. Maybe that could be your new YouTube series. And
No.
Just microwave versus oven, armpit versus weed.
Just shut up. No.
That'd be pretty fun.
I will have some new videos. I gotta shoot some footage, and they'll be up soon. So, I think I got some unboxing I gotta do. Not Jason's, because I saved Jason's for the show here. But yeah, I probably won't be doing a whole lot of those because I got a PlayStation 5 I got to pay for, and that sucker ain't cheap. So, but I do plan on unboxing that on the show, on my YouTube channel. So everybody can check that out.
Any YouTube experts know? I don't how you get, what is it called here? Now I'm not seeing it. I saw a thing once you get monetized again, you can get merchandise. So we could like advertise our shirts and stuff on the show, but I don't see where it is. Someone out there needs to let me know. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah,
we do have super chat, Lexar. I see you in the chat room, Lexar. So you yourself could donate via super chat. You could hit that money symbol and send money to the show.
I seen that with the Chris Jericho specials on Saturday
Fuck Jericho.
night.
This is in your head. He don't need no money. He's fucking loaded.
Yeah, but he does those videos.
Giving your fucking money to fucking Chris Jericho. He's like out there cruising around the world. He's a rock star. He's making millions of dollars from AEW week. You gotta give money in your head. We ain't making millions of dollars, and we're not going around in a cruise.
Jericho spreading coronavirus.
Fuck Jericho. Yeah, because he's out there spreading coronavirus.
Can we just make the claim that he's spreading coronavirus? Is there any scientific evidence? Is that's exactly what he's doing?
Yeah, I think so. There is.
Well, I mean, like, doesn't he test and all that, like, before he has?
Now, when he was at concert, he's not going out there testing everybody.
Probably not. It doesn't look like they're social distancing and while they're rocking out the Fozzy. But
Marquis Dubois says you can get high from tossing a woman's salad.
Anything can make you high. It just depends what your definition of high is.
Interesting. Does pinball get you high? You just like all euphoric. You're in the zone.
Big Chavone, he gets me high. See, look, I looks like a face that's going to get me high. Come on, you're getting me high, Vic.
I think like a plate of pasta that gets Vic high.
Okay.
Some Parmesan cheese on this. I love. My brother says I should be that my Italian heritage is ashamed of me for liking pineapple on pizza, but sorry, Italian, half Italian heritage. Italian pizza is delicious.
I have developed a taste for pineapple. I've never had pineapple on pizza, but I would be willing to try it. I think it's something that I was against in the past, but I think I would be willing to try it now.
It's very good. I actually prefer pineapple ham's good too, but I do like pineapple and bacon or pineapple and pepperoni. I think it's a little extra salty and it works really well off each other.
So, Jack, I want to talk to you about something. It's
All
that-
right.
this Rusev match where he got injured during the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
I seen a video clip that said like the splash page or whatever, the thumbnail, it was saying like disastrous. But to me,
Yeah, I
when
saw that
watched
too.
it-
I didn't understand either. I think that was Brian Alvarez said it was disaster. And so I clicked on it because I thought maybe he like legit got, really injured. I was like, oh shit.
yeah,
But he
like
was saying like he was talking about the match just being like the one of the worst things you ever saw. And I didn't quite get that. I actually thought I actually enjoyed the match. I loved it when Rusev gave the Uranagi to Janela. I
no.
thought that looked awesome. I thought he looked like a total badass in the match, Rusev.
He looked big too. I mean, he
Yeah,
looked like
he's
he's
jacked.
in great shape. I mean,
I agree. He looked probably in the best shape I've seen him in.
Mm-hmm.
Because because when he got thinner, I think he's kind of the best of both worlds now. He's bulky, but he's also defined. But he's
Yeah.
not like real shredded. He still like looks like a big. He's got the barrel chest and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I would say, there was some flubs in the match or some bad stuff, but was it disastrous? I don't think so.
I enjoyed the match. I don't mind if because honestly, the wrestling I grew up with, I kind of like when the wrestling isn't like super polished. I'm not saying like but I think it seems more realistic when the guys when
kind of have some flubs.
when there's not like they're falling around or something, but it seems when things are not quite completely polished. It's not overly
they lose grip and they got to power them up or something.
Yeah, I think that that's how wrestling was in the 80s. That's like all the matches were like that.
But I didn't think that was fair to say it was a disastrous match because when I watched it was just like, okay, they messed up on some of the rope spots and here and there, and he got legitimately hurt. I mean,
and I think what they're saying, he's fine. Like it's not an injury that's going to take him out.
He just like pulled a muscle or something, or
I think the part he's probably a little excited about being his first match, on AEW because he seems. I watched some of his videos. He seems genuinely happy and excited to be in AEW, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I don't get is there are a lot of wrestlers who look down on that. The idea that the AEW guys all are working together to make the company succeed and they want them all to do well. And like, they're all friendly backstage. And like JR's even said that Tony Khan's the best boss he's ever had. It's the best company he's ever worked with. And there are wrestlers who actually find this as a negative. And I'm just like, why? Like, wouldn't you rather work anywhere, even if it's not wrestling company? Wouldn't you rather work for somewhere where everyone is happy to be there and they like you? Why would you want to work somewhere where people are trying to fuck you over? Why would that be better? I don't know.
Bill Watts is like, that's not a slobber knocker, JR. I
don't understand. I don't get why that would be a negative.
Vince McMahon's like, say it right, you idiot.
Like who would want that?
Yeah. So, well, they are football people. The people who's running AEW, they own the Jaguars. They can't just be like, they're not from the freaking carnival. So I would expect them to have a better mentality on how to treat people.
Yeah, teamwork. I think that's good. I don't know. It seemed like that would be a positive. I think a positive environment would be a better environment. I was like, I'm very dumbfounded by that.
They want
some things like I can understand. There's just things like I don't get. Like I don't know why anyone would have fault with that.
Jeez. So, anyways, that was one of the things. Another thing that happened when I went to record the show last week, I had a DVD in, and I guess if I hit record, it's going to record on the DVD instead of recording on the hard drive. So I missed that After Dark show or whatever it was. The late night AEW. Was there anything?
I just saw the end of it. I forgot about it too.
You didn't get it? Oh, okay. So, Steven, do you remember anything good about that show? I haven't watched it.
Well, not that late show, but on the AEW Dynamite, Cody's got dark hair again.
He did.
I actually, I saw, a lot of people are making fun of this. I actually think he looks better with the dark hair personally.
Yeah,
I like the blonde. I think it's the tribute to his dad with having the.
I don't like hate either one, but I
prefer.
prefer the dark, but I don't
Yeah.
dislike either one.
It doesn't look real natural because I know it's been dyed, but
yeah,
I
but neither
know-
does the blonde.
Well, yeah, the blonde definitely doesn't look natural, but I did like the blonde just because it was kind of like a throwback to his dad.
I like the idea. I think the whole outfit looked good, like the black suit and the black hair, because I like it. I like the idea of he's coming back and he's pissed, and now he's kind of not like the dark side, but it's like a darker version of him. A serious. I like it. It works for me. I really liked. I thought the Orange Cassidy Brodie Lee match was great.
Yeah,
I thought they really worked a good big man match where it was the big guys like taking down the little guy, but the little guy keeps coming back and using his speed. And it told a good story that which they did in both matches with the Dark Order, that they really are using their numbers for their advantage. And so, because you could tell the story with this, that Orange might have won if it wasn't for the Dark Order. I personally wouldn't just have done this match at this time, though, because Orange Cassidy is coming off the big win over Jericho, and it's also the wrong time for Brodie Lee to lose. So you don't want either guy to lose right now. If you had to do the match, I do think Brodie Lee's probably, I guess, because you want to do save Brodie for Cody. But instead of getting in that predicament where, like, do we want Orange to lose now? I really wouldn't have done this match. But as the match, it was very good, and it does give him an out. And I just hope that down the road they use that for a rematch. Because they could say, well, he should. I personally, until Cody came out, I thought it would lead to a rematch in like a steel cage or some type of gimmick match where there would be no Dark Order. And then you would see them two face without any interference. But then when Cody came out, even though I like that segment, to me, it also it immediately put Orange Cassidy, out of this title picture now. And I think that's the wrong time to move him down the card, because he really had this momentum of all this TV time and working with Jericho and beating Jericho. I question the idea of having him lose, right after all the Jericho stuff.
Maybe they could tag team or something, Cody.
We'll find out. Maybe because there's still more story to go on. I mean, it's wrestling, so we'll see what the follow up is. That was just my only concern about that.
What's your feelings on the Colt Cabana storyline? Like the Dark Order's kind of courting him, and now it's like he's in the group, but like he's doing things to make Brodie Lee upset. I kind of like some of that stuff.
I actually like it too. I do find it is a little corny. But to me, it's also professional wrestling, so I don't mind that in wrestling. Like, I know when I sit down and watch wrestling, I'm not watching The Godfather. You know what I mean? I know, like, there's going to be a little bit of hokiness and stuff. So it works for me. It's wrestling. I'm good, and I'm not even a big Colt Cabana fan, but yeah.
I like how like Evil Uno, he kind of like.
I'm a big fan of Evil Uno. To be honest,
yeah. Like you can tell he's kind of giving him the pat on the shoulder, like let's just go along with it. Everything will be fine. Don't question. I think he's doing really good in that.
I actually really like the Dark Order.
Yeah,
it took a little while, but I think it's working.
I didn't think I would like him, and the Brodie Lee stuff is growing on me. Where I do like how.
No,
he's like this
I think ever since he beat Cody, they've done a really good job with Brodie.
Yeah.
And I'm glad Evil Uno's doing stuff again, because I actually really like Evil Uno.
That promo he did with the dog collar, that was phenomenal promo, where he was talking about putting Cody onto the dog collar. That was really good. I mean, I don't see how you couldn't watch that and be like, I'm not excited for that.
Yeah.
You know?
When I was watching this, I was kind of thinking like Evil Uno, because Evil Uno, I don't know if that was this week or the week before when he had the match with Hangman Page, which actually was a really good match. And I was thinking he's kind of like the Destro of the Dark Order, where he's like a cool character. But he's like the second in command, you can have like the Cobra Commander as a leader, but you can have other people in the group too that do stuff.
And it looks like he's lost some weight too. I mean, he looks like he's really sizing down, which and
he has a lot of charisma, even though he's masked. Just he has he has cool mannerisms that kind of make me laugh when I watch him in the ring. I don't know, there's something about him. I think there's something there. I like him. don't
I
think he's
never
like
thought
world
I would
champ
like
or
him when I
something,
first
but-
seen
No,
him.
I didn't either. That was the group. The one of the few things I really didn't like about AEW, but
Uh-huh.
they stuck with it, and I think they've got rid of the stuff that wasn't working, and they've molded it into something that I like.
Mhm.
I think I started to like it when they started doing the promos, and you started to hear Evil Uno talk, and that's when it started to work for me.
And Stu Grayson, he's kind of like just the guy who's like does the moves and everything, kind of
Yeah.
like the fast action kind of guy of the group. And
And then you
know.
get the comedy lackey who just gets beat up all the time, the real
Yeah.
small guy. Which that I like that too.
Brodie grabbed him and he's like, "Where the hell's my belt?"
Yeah.
and then,
I love it.
and then he's like, "Go back and get my belt." And then he went and got the belt. you
Yeah,
know?
I love it. That totally works for me. That's out of like a movie or like a
Mhm.
cartoon where you got the little lackey that's getting beat up all the time and pushed around. I like it.
Yeah. So definitely looking forward
And
to
that's
more
a good
stuff
role
from
for the
them.
guy. Nothing against him, but I mean, he's so small, like he's so short, you can't, do a lot with him. But I think he
Mhm.
works in that role.
I smell a Marco and feud with him.
You could,
Yeah,
he'd
yeah.
play the big man versus Marco, to be honest.
Yeah. Play the
But
powerhouse.
the thing is, he is very stocky, so he could still wrestle.
Yeah.
It's not like it's unbelievable.
But yeah, I'm loving some AEW.
Too. Yeah, I will say I love Tully Blanchard, but some of these promos, like I don't know. Like
you don't like his promos?
I like his. I don't. Sometimes it just seems like he doesn't know what he's talking about. Like he doesn't. I
Like
don't know
he's
if
lost?
yeah, he just gets lost in the promos. He was trying to explain this 20-minute rule thing, but he just got flustered and didn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
It's too bad because I love Tully's actually always been one of my favorite guys.
I was kind of just like, yeah.
I think even
guess
the angle was a little like
a little
they
out
should
there.
have thought it out a little better. I think.
Yeah. I think his promos are good. I love him being with FTR.
I think it's a great fit. Yeah.
That's a great fit for him. I'm curious if Sean Spears is ever going to like get into the mix somehow, or if he's just a done deal with them. I don't know.
Well, he was with him on the show last, but yeah, I don't. Yeah, but you don't see him with FTR.
Yeah, that could be like almost like a stable. I think. If kind of.
I know they were going to do the 6-man tag belts at one time, and then COVID happened. But that would be a good group that could go for the 6-man titles.
The Murder Hawk, he was taken out of the main event. Well, the Murder Hawk, he had COVID or something.
Right.
He was
said
around
he had
somebody.
COVID online, but then on the show they said he was around someone that did. So either way, he couldn't be on the show, which I understand.
So they had to work Eddie Kingston in as a last minute.
Fucking great promo.
Oh, Eddie Kingston's probably one of the best promos in the
agree.
business right now. I think I've always been a big fan of his promo skills. I think he's off the chart.
That's one of the reasons I love AEW. Even just the idea of it is you have a home for a guy like Eddie Kingston, who probably at this point in his career is not going to get a shot in WWE.
No,
and nothing against Impact, but it's like it's on a certain level. It's like it's not a big deal. But you have AEW, and you bring in a guy, and you bring Eddie Kingston AEW, and for a lot of people, it's their first time seeing the guy.
Yeah,
and this is it's a platform for somebody like that.
When he got into his promo though, and he started talking about John Moxley going to WWE, inside of me though, I was like, "That's bullshit." He would have been there if they would have offered him something.
Yeah, but I love it. It works on both
I
levels
love the
because
promo.
There's believability to it, and then it could be sour grapes at the same time. So,
yeah. So you don't know where he's coming from.
Right.
It could just be like
because it's like that's good heel stuff. And he's calling us, "Get out here, sports entertainer," and stuff. That was good.
I do think he could have better attire. I think. I think TNA did it the best with him, where they kind of had like a jacket, brown kind of chest protector.
That's always been the guy's problem. He does have that big belly.
Like his arms look decent. I mean, but the belly's just...
I don't think you need to be like an Adonis today to be a wrestler.
No.
Which is fine by me, but he could lose some of the belly. He doesn't even have to be like in awesome shape, but he could lose some of the belly.
I'm just wondering if it's a thing where it's just like
he's getting kind of
he can lose it.
Yeah, he's also a certain age where I know it's harder to lose.
Yeah, I mean, but off the charts with the promos though. But I just think they should have a more flattering attire for him. Don't have like the tight shirt or
Mhm.
something. But love that. Let's see. Oh, Brains mentioned to me earlier. He sent me a text and he was telling me that the new AEW game is going to be very reminiscent. I heard that they were going to try to get AKI to do the game, but I don't know if that's fallen through or what. But it's going to be very similar to that type of gameplay, which I'm all for, of the N64 games that they had back out in the day. And so that sounds really great. I'll probably pre-order that if that's the case, the AEW game, whenever it's ready to be released. I'm sure it's going to be a year or so, or however long it will take to come out. But I maybe have to stream that one out, Jack.
Do it up.
Yeah. Be good
All
stuff.
right. Anything else anyone wants to add before we get to the questions? We have a
Yeah, I got a
plethora.
question on my own. I got
All right.
a question on my own. Which do you prefer, 1-ply or 2-ply toilet paper?
Definitely 2-ply.
I don't see how like that could even be a question. Steven's saying 3. I didn't even know 3-ply was a thing.
Yeah, there
Is that like
is.
a towel or something? Like, like what's 3-ply? It's like a washcloth.
But yeah, 1-ply. I mean, you're risking your fingers going through these.
Yeah, and then you're in the business.
Yeah, and it's kind of rough. You want the
Yeah.
soft. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Lexar? You got to be a 2-ply. Don't tell me you're this 1-ply.
It's 2-ply. You get like double roll of toilet paper. You kind of peel it off. But
Yeah.
some like 2-ply, you like when you peel it off, it like tears off. So
Nothing
it's
says
good.
more like cheapness to me whenever I start rolling out like some toilet paper and it's like 1-ply. I'm like, oh my god, this is
Yeah,
like schoolhouse shit.
Yeah, this is like something you get like at the convenience store or something.
Yeah, it's like, man, this feels so cheap. But
And when you're forced to, go to the bathroom in a public restaurant, it's usually some bullshit like that.
I would worry about anybody who says they're a 1-ply person. Are you a 1-ply person, Vic? Or are you 2-ply? Come on, Vic. You know you're a 2-ply. Don't give me this, Vic. You're not going to say you're a 1-ply.
Probably a 2-ply. Yeah.
Okay.
The intro was not going to get high off you tonight.
If he was a 1-ply person, I'm not going to get high from the Vic Chavon.
Right. We got 67 questions. Go on. What
I
are you
want to
going
point
to say,
out when I went to Ecuador a couple of years ago, and me and my aunt and my mom and my cousin went out grocery shopping. She'll get toilet paper for her and her cousin and my cousin, and for me and my mom, because we lived in my uncle's house and they lived in a different house and in the same city. But anyway, and all the toilet paper in Ecuador is 3-ply.
Really? So it's like really thick.
Ecuador?
Yeah. When I used it,
Wow.
I had to go to the bathroom that day and did a deuce, and I think it's 2-ply. So I peel off the toilet paper. So I peel it off, and I find out there's like another like ply within the 2-ply. So I peel it off and it tears up, but it's a 3-ply toilet paper.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
I bet your butt was feeling like a king in Ecuador.
Yeah, absolutely. So I feel like in other countries
They need
like
that nice
Canada,
soft tissue because everyone's getting Lexard in Ecuador.
I don't think they know what Lexar is. But I guess in Canada and Ecuador and Brazil and Mexico, all these other countries have 3-ply toilet paper.
Man, Nature, we think we're living in the best country. We got third world toilet paper here.
Well, while we're on the topic, I gotta give
I thought you were gonna go take a shit.
to this Olive Garden, Jack. This Olive Garden company, have you heard of them? They sell the spaghetti and stuff like that. Yeah. So I go to their bathrooms. And these
do you eat there or do you just go there and go to the bathroom?
Olive Garden people, they got a restrictor on their toilet paper, and it's this cheap 1-ply crap. So whenever you're pulling on the toilet paper, it rips with just like 3 squares. Now that's a bunch of bull if you ask me. I don't want just 3 squares of 1-ply. I want a big wad of that stuff because I'm not going to do my business with just that little 3 squares of 1-ply toilet paper. And they have purchased
Plus,
Bob.
you all that olive oil coming out of
No,
you.
they have purchased Bob Evans. And I go to Bob Evans very often, and they are implementing these restrictors into the Bob Evans bathrooms, and I'm not going to have any of this.
Damn,
Stop
what the hell
your
are you
crap,
thinking
Olive
out there,
Garden
Brutal
people.
Bob?
I want nice 2-ply toilet paper in my restrooms.
Man.
No restrictors.
Marquis Dubois. Oh, I can't believe this intro. Marquis Dubois here. Look at this.
You asked, okay?
Ooh,
It's 2-ply.
quilted.
He's got the good stuff there.
Is that
Whatever Sam's carries, that's what we got.
271
Quilted Northern.
Yeah.
Northern.
Marquis Dubois intro. He's saying
That's a Southern man with some Northerner 2-ply.
Marquis Dubois saying his ex banned him from listening to In Your Head for years. But he's back.
Did they break up?
I guess I would say if your significant other bans you from In Your Head, I think you just smack him and say, "I'm doing what I want."
Mm-hmm.
Figuratively, don't really hit him,
But it's not an enjoyable experience to use the restroom at the Olive Garden. It's not enjoyable. I damn near ripped that damn thing off the wall.
it's unlimited breadsticks. Just bring in some breadsticks.
Ew, don't do that. Oh, that's nasty.
That's like 4 or 5 plies.
Ew, don't, no.
Is that warm, crusty
Just shut
bread?
up. Shut up. I don't want to ruin the breadsticks. Oh, why
I
are
don't
you
say
so
eat
foul?
them after, or you
Why are
throw
you
them
so
away.
foul? I'm trying to cut a promo on Olive Garden about their 1-ply 2-ply.
I'm trying to help you out.
And you've gone to places I don't even want to go to.
We don't eat the bread after; you just throw it away.
I know that, but just the thought of it being on the. Just shut up. Go on. Ask your questions.
Just put it in.
I mean, it
Ninja.
soaks up the butter. Would soak
Ask
up other
your
things.
questions. Yeah.
Marquis Dubois says his ex was insanely jealous of Jujubee.
Oh, really?
That's why she wouldn't let him watch it. Listen to the show.
His
Dang.
ex was insanely jealous of Jujubee.
Made me delete her from Facebook and everything.
Huh. Dubois. Huh. Jeez. He's making the women jealous.
Bruce Briscoe wants to know, Lexar, who are you Lexaring during COVID?
Nobody.
Good man. You don't want to get sick.
Yeah.
Furious Tosh wants to know, is Steven a great singer?
He sung the Canadian national anthem
Oh,
a couple months ago.
Oh, Canada. That's all I know.
Oh, Canada, my home and native land.
I thought the anthem was the Mountie song.
Well, I can't do that one, but I can do that. I can do that one again if you want to hear me singing it.
All right.
No, I don't want to hear it.
Oh,
Interest cutting you off. I was all about it, but interest. No.
All right, if he wants to, it's better.
Listen, Incher. How much money did you blow on this? Alul wants to know. So this is pretty amazing. The official wrestling museum intro. They were having get your very own personal shout out on video for only $35. You can get a special all 8 photos and autograph video for only $80. What superstar of all of wrestling intro would you pay $80 for photos and autograph and a video of one of the biggest stars of all time intro? Garrett Bischoff.
$80? I wouldn't think it'd be cheap, but I mean,
I would think it'd be like maybe 80 cents.
For Eric Bischoff? Not 80 cents.
Not Eric, Garrett.
Garrett. Ooh. Ooh, I thought you were saying Eric. Oh,
No, I
geez.
could see maybe Eric, but Garrett?
Yeah,
He's like
should
they show
have
the
a year-
picture of him in Aces and Eights uniform.
I would say that would be free.
Right. Come on down, spend the day at Billy's here, get some chicken wings, and you can meet Garrett Bischoff.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that
And people be like, ooh.
Ooh.
I don't know. Maybe they get good chicken wings, but who the hell would win? Alexa, I know you're a big wrestling fan. Would you pay $80 for a video from Garrett Bischoff?
No. I don't know if Garrett Bischoff was still in wrestling because
I don't think you.
I have this old DVD that one of my friends made a copy of one of the pay-per-views, and I see the DVD and it's Garrett Bischoff recently. So I don't know if he's still wrestling. I remember Garrett Bischoff from Ace and Eight.
You can go in your head super chat here on YouTube and click this gray money symbol and send us some money.
Yeah, exactly. Don't waste.
We'll give you a shout out right here on the show.
Garrett Bischoff. Oh my gosh.
Bish.
I mean, honestly, he really hasn't done much in the business. I mean, he's been in TNA and that's it. I mean,
no, it's the shit.
WWE's
doing Aces and Eights.
Yeah. WWE's doing these virtual meet and
I
greets.
think I'd want an autograph from the restrictor on the Olive Garden toilet paper more than that Garrett Bischoff.
I thought you would just bring in like one ply toilet paper from the sign.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, just a couple squares. Sign this toilet paper for me, buddy.
Does Applebee's has the same toilet paper dispenser?
I don't know. They might. Are they owned by the same people? We'll have to get to the bottom of this, Lexar. We'll do some investigative
Is
journalism.
that Superman with a Canadian flag on your chest, on your shirt? Fan, I kind of like that shirt. It's pretty cool. Dobbs, would Jack and Incher share their partners with each other? For sex. The little.
He had to add that in there. No, I don't think we would want to do that, would we?
No, I can't defile a mitten with intraseed. Vic Schiavone wants to know, do you
How's
and
Jason feel about it?
Well, he'd just do whatever I tell him. He's my bitch. Vic Schiavone.
Oh my.
Huh?
Oh my.
I treat him well. Do you and Incher agree to be inspected for earpieces during the show?
Earpieces?
Yeah, it's about the
There was
debate.
talk before the debate that they wanted a third party to inspect both candidates for earpieces.
So that it's their own words. Oh.
And when I read that, I knew about the caliber it was probably going to be tonight.
So you did not want to watch because of that. Okay.
No,
From what I'm seeing, it was not a particular. From what I was saying, no one looked. From what I've seen, I don't know. I don't know. I obviously wasn't watching it, but from the few things I saw here on Facebook while I was getting to here, everyone was saying it was not a good showing for either person. I don't know.
Donald Trump seemed like he was debating Chris Wallace more than Joe Biden at first.
How did you watch? Were you on the show?
He was on the show.
I guess it came on an hour before, maybe. Joe Biden said if you don't vote for him, you aren't black. And The Rock is voting for him. So does that finally make The Rock a real black man in Incher's eyes?
And the crowd.
Yes.
smiled.
Finally, he's proven himself.
There we go. Yeah.
Dobbs, would anyone on the panel tonight share their partners with Lexar?
What is with this?
Lexar's all excited. He's like, yeah.
Send
Lexar
that
likes the
Lexar
idea.
away.
Lexar's going up to Toronto to meet Mrs. Stevens.
Yeah. This is Butler.
How about Lexar? Would you share, someday when there's a Mrs. Lexar, would you share her with the Headyverse?
Yes, as long as they shared a partner with me.
See, we can share with Lex Orange. We can be
Where am I? Have I landed into like a swingers club or something?
we moved to Utah.
Good Lord.
How old will we ever see your tax returns?
Who wants to see my tax return?
Erwin R. Shyster.
Oh, good Lord.
Marty Van Buren, how many times have you wanked while watching horror films?
Marty Van Buren, how many times? I don't know. I like while watching like horrific acts on the film.
We're watching a murder scene.
I'm not a maniac.
Should Orange Cassidy feud with another fruit-themed wrestler? No, I think you want to keep him the only fruit on AEW.
Yeah.
Who would AEW repackage into a Grape Jackson or Apple Johnson?
I'm not following. The great who?
So he's like, if you would take a wrestler and bring him into AEW and repackage him as a grape or an apple themed wrestler. But they already had one. They had Pineapple Pete. That was their chance. They could have did the Tropical Connection. Pineapple Pete and Orange Cassidy. If you could Lexar one WWE Hall of Famer, which would you choose? Tony Atlas, maybe, unsure.
Tony Atlas. I don't know about that. He probably wants people to step on his face.
Lita.
Lita?
Yeah, is she even in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Oh, I always like Lita. Yeah,
go with Ivory, and we'll see. We'll get to the bottom of this.
If you could Lexar one AEW employee, who would you make lucky?
Haven't we answered this before? I don't know. Let's go with
Penelope Ford.
Yeah. I'll go with Sheeta.
Marty Van Buren, Schoolboy or Roll Up?
I'll go with Roll Up.
I'll go with the Schoolboy. Sounds kind of creepy if someone would cut that out.
Maybe that's why I went with Roll Up.
Right, Matthew Clutter. What's the best Gamera movie?
Gamera? I never watched many Gamera movies.
Me neither.
I don't think I even seen any of them.
Probably. Marty Van Buren, if you could choose one weapon to be utilized in a hardcore match, what would it be? A battle axe.
Battle axe? That'd be neat.
And just hack someone up.
I always thought it'd be cool if somebody would get like powered bomb through an arcade machine, like have like gimmick
now,
it.
You'd probably have mixed emotions. You'd be like, "That's a cool use," but then you'd be like, "Oh my god, don't do it through the cube."
Okay, if it's an arcade one up where they're very plentiful nowadays, that would be all right.
But like a pristine vintage one, you'd be like. You'd be like triggered.
Or like a pinball machine.
Yeah.
But like weapon wise, let's see.
Pinball wizard.
Slingshot.
Oh, really? That'd be cool. You could do it from a distance.
Yeah.
How about a bow and arrow?
Ooh, bow and arrow. Yeah.
That's probably getting too. A slingshot, he could take a bump. He doesn't have to get impaled.
Could like a freaking donut hole at somebody. You know, it's just like that can't hurt that bad, could it?
Right. What's the best 2 video games ever made?
Legend of Zelda.
Pitfall. That's a good one. Legend of Zelda is good. Pitfall and Super Metroid.
Legend of Zelda and Super Mario. Metroid's a good one too. So, and it was made by like the same dude. So
really, Bubba McGee, right?
Shigeru Miyamoto.
That's what he also goes by. Oh, are you sad? Right. Are you sad that the pandemic ruined plans for James Storm's WWE debut? So he was saying that he was all set to return to WWE, but COVID messed it up.
No. That's a
If
shame.
that's true, it's sad, but I kind of doubt it.
I don't think they're too happy with him.
No, he made a mistake. When he had the chance, he should have stayed there.
He should have stayed. He shouldn't have went back to Impact Wrestling. Big mistake. That's like he just took a gun out and just shot himself in the foot, you know? I mean,
I could have told him that right away. I mean,
it's like,
dude,
oh my God, dude. I mean, America's Most Wanted. They're not very good decision makers, are they?
Marquis Dubois wants to know, how mad are you if you're Buddy Murphy and now have to chase Ray's teenage daughter?
Am I mad about it?
How mad would you be if you were Buddy Murphy? I'll watch a show, but I'm going to start.
Like,
especially if people donate more money.
Like Buddy Murphy's upset that he's chasing.
No. He's saying, how upset would you be if you were Buddy Murphy?
Like saying it's a bad storyline. I mean, it is kind of silly that he's chasing after the daughter of the guy.
What's going on? Is he
pulls
trying
out.
to bang her? Or is he trying to beat her up? What's happening?
She's just acting like she just kind of like feels stuff for him. Like during the cage match,
She's a teenager.
19.
like 18 or 19 or something.
19.
Yeah.
I don't know. Buddy Murphy and the brother, Dominic. Kind of like Dominic was acting like a heel on that show. Murphy beat him, and then Dominic took the kendo stick and beat the crap out of him. And
which show are you talking about? Is this Raw?
Raw.
Oh, I haven't seen Raw.
Yeah.
What? You call me out? You're bitching. You're a big old bitch.
Nobody's paying me to watch Raw. but I seen where he was in the cage match and he was kind of laid out after Seth Rollins. I gotta give Seth Rollins some credit here because he took the cage door and he had the cage door like slammed in his face earlier in the match. And he took Buddy Murphy and he slammed the cage door in his face. And he was like, how'd you like that? It sucks. I know it happened to me earlier. And I was like, that's hilarious. But Buddy Murphy was laid out and Ray's family was making their way into the cage, you know, because they're celebrating at the end. And Buddy Murphy was laid out. So his daughter stops, Aaliyah, and she kind of like, you know, pats him like, hey, I'm kind of digging you, Buddy Murphy, I guess. And then now Buddy, he caught up with her on last week's Raw and he kind of talked to her behind the scenes a little bit. I don't know what happened on this week's Raw, but they're kind of like building a romance between them. I mean, if I'm Buddy Murphy, I don't think like Ali is a bad looking girl or nothing. And I mean, I don't understand why he would be upset is what I'm saying. Like,
I got you, boy.
I don't understand it. I mean, maybe he wants, like, how old's Buddy Murphy? Isn't he like early 20s?
I think he's at least 30, 31.
Is he 30?
I think so.
Oh.
I think he's older than 20 or he's 20s.
Well, what's the issue?
Well, I think just the fact that the age difference.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. But it is kind of.
Not like it's illegal or nothing.
No, but it's kind of.
I think Ray's the one who should be upset. That should be in the question. Did he forget to put Rey Mysterio in the question? How upset would you be if you were Rey Mysterio? Now, if I was Rey Mysterio, I'd be like,
I don't think he cares as long as he gets paid.
I hate him.
It's one thing for yourself to look like a fool if you're getting paid, but do you really want your daughter on TV with like these dudes after? Plus, like just even being around all the wrestlers, you don't know what's going to be going on.
Ray's just like, whatever. This is all we know. I'll have my family on the TV. I think he just wants to make sure Dominique is going to be a WWE performer. I think that's all he's doing right now. He wants to make sure
he's I will offer up my daughter as long as my son.
Well, he's not really offering up. It's storyline. I hope he's not. Jeez. You know. But it is.
Well,
It
you know-
doesn't make sense storyline wise because
Right.
they pulled his father. They pulled Aaliyah's dad's eyeball out of his head. How could she be interested in somebody like that unless she hates her dad? Maybe that's where they're going. Is that like Tom Savini stuff? Is he talking to Vince like, hey, maybe we should pull somebody's eyeball out or something? Is that like, because I know he's working with WWE. Like, do you think he might have came
Is
up
that
with
how you got Mrs. Butler? Did you like rip her father's eye out?
No, I just met her on the subway.
Oh, it's a much different story.
Yes.
Alexa Bliss caught a lot of heat with the current storyline between Buddy Murphy and Aaliyah because she made some point about the whole storyline.
Are they still together? I thought they were broken up. I thought
They did. And she just like pointed out that Alexa Bliss,
well, is she jelly?
her age and her new boyfriend's age, so she got caught a lot of heat on Twitter.
Sounds like she's just jealous that Buddy's trading in for a younger model. That's what it sounds like to me. I don't know.
What would you do if I brought
if she's not even with him? What's she care? You know?
What would you do if I brought in a real young hot incher on the show?
Like, my ass ain't good enough for you anymore. I'd be like Alexa Bliss
with a beard.
That's any day away.
There's something here I missed. Oh, Cruise News says I've been listening to In Your Head since the very first podcast. Continued
brother.
success.
Fist bump. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Boom. Good man.
Mhm.
Hit that money symbol, send some super chats our way. I just like saying super chat. It's funny to me because I'm old. I don't know what I mean. But
yes, you know what it means. You've defined it on the show several times.
Yeah, but I only know it in theory. I think someone's got to prove it to me what it is. Hit that money symbol and send
You want to
some money.
see what it's like for the first time.
I'll be like, that's right. You could be the
Hitting
first
super
person
chat for the very
super
first
chat.
time. Yeah.
If you're the first super chat on In Your Head, you're gonna live in infamy. We're gonna immortalize you forever. We're gonna put you. If we make Mount Rushmore of In Your Head, you're gonna go on that. Like it's Jack, Incher, Barbie, and Bugsy McGraw. Boom. That'd be something if he did pop up in there and just send us money. Marty Van Buren, is Jake Roberts babysitter material?
No. No. Okay. The on the commentary track on Between the Ropes, or not Between the Ropes, Beyond the Mat.
Oh, okay.
The Barry Blaustein, he did say something about Jake that would kind of make me think not to do it, because he said that Jake had the snake around this young girl, and like he said he cut out a portion of the footage because he took the snake and he was trying to like shove it down her pants. So he says this on the commentary track. So would I let No, I don't think I would. I kind of hate saying that, but it is on the commentary track if you listen to Beyond the Mat.
Lexar, do you think your mom would hire Jake the Snake to babysit you?
I don't think she knows who Jake the Snake is.
Right.
She doesn't watch wrestling at all.
Who does she normally get to babysit you when she's gone?
She just put me with a babysitter. She like down the street. She knows a person. She has to pay for it though, of course.
No.
I mean,
You still get babysat?
No,
Oh.
I'm a grown ass man.
I do think Jake is in a better place right now. I don't think he had his wits about him at that time. I do think he has improved his life for the better.
I agree.
I do want to say that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would want to be like, hey, come watch my kids Jake the Snake.
Right.
Roberts, you know?
How about you? How about your parents' intro? Do they still put you with a babysitter?
Every now and then, but I don't want to get into that.
Right.
I mean, Hugo Savinovich, son of a bitch, as you like to call him.
Hugo son of a bitch,
He had to beg Jake Roberts to stop doing drugs with him because they were partying at the time because they were just getting too out of control.
Really? Damn.
So
Marquis Dubois, does that Uno Dos Adios guy still call in? I vaguely remember that, but I'm not sure who that was. He used to say Uno Dos Adios.
Wasn't that Mike
Mike Adamley?
Mike Adamley, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
Who
think
was
he ever
it?
called the show.
Who was
Was
it?
there somebody that did that?
Yeah, I don't remember who it was though.
Well, they ought to come in and give us a super chat. We'll remember them forever.
Exactly. We'll give you a shout out for weeks.
Mm-hmm. And we will.
Hell yeah.
100%.
Is Dobbs the new Bubba the Love Sponge?
Is Dobbs the new Bubba?
Because he always kept asking about, sharing partners.
Thing is, though, I don't think Bubba, he just offered, didn't he? And then he started. That was kind of like a trap that he set up, though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
where he's recording you.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that doesn't look good, you know? I mean,
Marquis says it was our only black collar, but we used to have a lot of black collars actually back in the day.
There's something more to
the
that
Dark
story.
Prince. Yeah.
There's something more to that story. I mean, was she in on it? You know? Luring people in so
was
Bubba
the meatball sub part of the
videotape it?
setup? They're like, let's get him,
It just makes you wonder, you know?
Do you think he got that meatball sub at the Olive Garden?
If he did, don't go to the restroom.
Dobbs wants to know, what is that pile of stuff in the corner of Intra's room near the clock?
Pay no attention to that pile of stuff over in the side of my room.
He says it looks like it's going to fall off. Is Intra a messy person?
I have video games. That's mainly video games. That is on the that's like two shelves. There's two racks of video games. Like one is like older games, and I just don't have any room for. And then I'm a hoarder. What do you want me to say?
Would you get in there and help clean up there, Lexar?
Yes, I would like to own one of those old school video games too. I'm not sure if he has any of these, but there's like an old school handheld Genesis and Super Nintendo where you could play Genesis and Super Nintendo.
Oh, well, that's got to be like an off-brand or something. Somebody else made it, but
yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going. I have a Game Gear. I have a Nomad. I have a Game Boy. I have I got a lot of those, but I don't have many of the off.
You have the Hand Game 5000.
What?
The Handy Game 5000. This was all the rage.
Oh my God, I need one of those.
How about Butler? I mean, he's a butler up in Toronto. You going to come and help Intra tidy up?
No, I've got my own mess to clean up here. I'm not exactly
the
person.
You see that? Oh yeah.
Not exactly a neat.
Man,
that's like Meltzer's place.
Yeah, I can't say nothing. There's a reason I prefer this camera angle. There are parts of my room that I do not wish to be shown. So.
It's like piles of toilet paper, one ply.
No, nothing like that. I was watching Hoarders, the TV show Hoarders. I was like, look at all this junk in this guy's house. Oh my God, how could he live like that? And then they showed amongst the junk that's in his house, they showed a 32X Sega Genesis box, and I was like, I gotta shut up. I was like, ooh. I wish I had that box.
If In Your Head is the A show, does that make the Wednesday night Jackie Jones the B show?
Oh, we're getting back to this, like the Buck Winchester, the B show with the Friday Night Fever. I don't know.
But he said that Jackie Jones and Al but no one hosts that show with me. It's just me. So I don't know.
You just do kind of a quick recap of what you've seen on AEW.
Yeah, it's just something for me to do. I won't be doing it this week because I'm gonna be doing a horror movie quiz show for Fantastic Fest.
Okay, cool.
I'll probably lose because, but
you never know. You might fare all right. You don't know what kind of questions they got.
I went to a horror trivia night in Burbank when I was in California, and those people were just insane. Like,
really,
it was like, I think I know. As my friend Michael says, everyone in that room is probably like the top 10% as far as like horror, or maybe even 1% of horror like knowledge, amongst people. But in that room, like you're like not even in the top 10. Like they would ask questions about the kill count of RoboCop 2.
Oh, Jesus.
And it was like 62 or something. It's like, how would anyone know that? Like, it's not like it's a movie where there's 8 or 10 or something. Like, how would someone know that?
And RoboCop 2, is that considered a horror movie?
I wouldn't, but
I liked when RoboCop took on the robot ninja in the third one.
Yeah,
and he punched his face and it cracked. And he's like,
and then they'd get mad, like they'd like almost fight. Like, that doesn't. They were getting. Oh man, it was crazy.
Alex Trebek wouldn't put up with that crap. He'd throw their asses right out. He says, "What is? Get your ass out of my studio. Get him out of here."
How lazy is Jason Mitten?
I don't know. I don't think he's lazy. Like what like
I mean,
I'm not sure. What does he do for a living? I don't know.
He just sits around and he's like his favorite animal is a sloth.
I don't know.
It's a lazy fuck, I say. He's a good guy though. But he's also Southern. Nothing against you Southerners here on the show, but Southern people are kind of slow, is what I'm saying. I'm getting evil looks here now. What? Tyler Stevens wants it. Is Tyler Stevens related to Stephen Butler?
Never heard of the guy.
What legends would you like to see come back so Buffalo Randy Orton can take out? What? Why is he Buffalo? Anyway, what legends would you like to see come back so Randy Orton can take him out? Oh, I thought Intro was giving me that look again, but he just froze, I guess. I thought he was just staring at me because I said about Southerners. I was like, whoa, he's pissed.
His internet connection.
Where are we? Well, so what is there any legends you like to see come back specifically so Randy Orton could take him out?
They're all signed to AEW.
All of them?
Mm-hmm.
Iron Sheik isn't.
Oh yeah, yeah, but he's busy doing stuff on Twitter. Have you seen his tweets?
He asked.
How about Johnny the Bull?
Big Vito.
Mantar.
David Flair.
The Pug, Alex Porto.
Legend. Mm-hmm.
Alex Wright.
The Highlanders.
Carlito.
We're just going to end right there. Where were we? Do you think you would make a good janitor?
Randy Orton's new job. Yeah.
What?
I used to clean these, I used to work for a library when I was a teenager trying to earn money, and they make us work dusting off the bookshelves.
Oh,
yeah. They make us dust off the bookshelves, and almost every level. It's a 5-story library, so they make us dust every bookshelf in that library.
Man.
every day. Like,
Man.
yeah,
Did you
it
say,
was.
forget this noise, I'm out of here?
And plus, and they didn't pay me for like 4 weeks. So after that, I told my boss this, and she like,
Well, you didn't have a job, you were a slave.
yeah, basically, and they told me like, don't worry about it, just go work. And then my coworkers were like, are you ready to go to work? Are you ready to dust off? I was like, yeah, whatever.
Did you ever get paid at all?
I got paid when I quit, like at the end of the summer, because it was like a temporary summer job. I got paid, but just only 2 or 3 checks. And it's not that much money either. So it's a good thing that I left after 4 weeks of no pay.
I like they're like, you do get paid, and you're like, don't worry about it, just get back to work.
Yes, and it's like dust. They didn't make us wear a mask, and this is pre-COVID area. In 1998, nope, no masks. They make us, if the dust got in your nose, who cares? That's what they said.
Man. At least it wasn't asbestos.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Stevens, can Incher describe his love for ZZ? I think we go something like this. I got the love for ZZ. Does he have the same for OIB? And is he heartbroken for not coming on the show? He is. Would he give ZZ a second chance? He says he won't, but I think he would. I think he would find it in his heart to do it. Al wants to know, would Incher rather have sex with a Nazi or a black man? They're not to be mutually exclusive. Could be a black Nazi. I guess. I don't know. Can Incher and Al bury the hatchet?
In each other.
Very true. Very true. Or are they the same person? Wow. That's interesting. What if Incher really was Al? Gabriel Cabrera wants to know, can we hear you guys read recent Jim Cornette quotes in a seductive voice? That's a pretty good idea. Send some in, email me some, and we'll do that. I like that idea.
He says a lot of curse words though.
Yeah, I don't swear.
But he like says like F-bombs like a plenty.
Yeah, and those words will never pass these lips, Lexar.
Oh shit.
Owl is the best thing is this the best thing Retribution ever did? So Eric Bischoff tweeted out, it sucks on the Retribution storyline. And T-Bar replied, thank you, Eric Bischoff. You are a huge inspiration for #Retribution. We too aspire to one day destroy $1 billion wrestling company and bury it under fiery wreckage. That was pretty funny. They're put in a hard place though, because they have a really bad storyline, and it's like, what can you do? You can't just go out there and say, yeah, this sucks. You know? Robert Budzinski, have you ever done a waffle stomp? I don't know what that is. I'm not sure I want to look it up either. Can Incher open that door behind him? Man, this is why Incher took off. He's seeing this one coming. It always gives me anxiety thinking what's behind that door. Show us, Mr. Cue Ball Head. Boom. Fighting word. Dobbs says, I've forgotten what sex tastes like this year. Can you remind me? Jeez. Dobbs is getting horny there. Tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Is Dobbs the new Tazo? Maybe. Dobbs says, my worst fear is to grow old and to be like Tazo. He said, what positive things can I do to not be like Tazo? Stay off the crack, I would say. Stay off Reddit conspiracy theories as well, probably. Inch man, you're back. You missed some questions here. A lot of people are asking stuff for you specifically, so let me try to get them here. Urias wants to know, is Incher intimidated by big states like Pennsylvania and Virginia? Are you there, Incher?
There we go.
Oh, okay.
I think it's working now.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Urias wants to know, is Incher intimidated by big states like Pennsylvania and Virginia?
Big states like Pennsylvania and Virginia?
Yeah, do they intimidate you?
Not really Virginia, no.
Pennsylvania, those kind of intimidating.
It's maybe like Pittsburgh or something. That's a big city. More so cities, not just states. Like, I don't like to go to the, it's a little intimidating driving in those cities, Like,
New York City.
Oh my.
Tyler wants to know, can Incher describe his love for ZZ?
It was a love that can last lifetimes.
Would you give him a second chance?
No.
Man, I didn't think you would. Would Incher rather have sex with a Nazi or a black man?
What? I'm not answering this.
Can Incher bury can Incher now will bury the hatchet?
Was that an owl question? The last one?
No, the other one was, but this one's Tyler.
Well, can we bury? I mean, I've tried to several times, and it doesn't seem to work. I think he's happy being a troll. I mean,
he also wants to know: are you the same person?
No, we're not. We've had interactions on the show together.
Could be a voice. It was before or video.
Okay, gents. The witching hour approaches.
Good night.
Good night, Stevie.
Good night.
I mean, I've tried to, but he still, he continuously trolls me and stalks my family members. So what do you want to do?
Dobbs wants to know, can Incher open that door behind him? It always gives me anxiety thinking what's behind that door. Show us, Mr. Cue Ball Head.
No.
Hey, he got really angry at the end
there. Why is he calling me Cue Ball Head? Should I wear the hat for this one? Jeez, Dobbs.
All right. And now you're back just in time, Incher.
Oh,
the one we've been waiting for.
Even Lexar doesn't like it.
No.
Lexar's leaving.
What's wrong with your Nikhil Callahan questions? Good night.
Oh, man.
It's
Lexar's tapping out.
Time.
I'm tapping out.
It's time. It's Nikhil time.
Sometimes they're not so bad. Sometimes they're not.
No, I like them. I think they're good questions.
Oh, you're so full of it.
I think they're good, bitch. Who would you like to see drafted from NXT to the main roster?
Nobody, because they always ruin them.
I agree. Can Incher add me on the PlayStation 5 network in November?
Sure. I can add you now, I think. If
It's only got to be November.
Well, I guess because I'm going to get it then. But I think I can add him now. Cause I just don't have the online service.
I see.
Yeah, send me your name. I'll add you.
Where WWE right to do the brand split in 2002? And any memories of the brand split? Nope.
I think that was the biggest mistake they ever made.
The top 3 best Hell in the Cell matches ever.
Mick Foley,
Undertaker.
Given. Triple H and Foley. You like that one? Where they're battling on top.
And it was fine. I like the first one too, Michaels and Undertaker. There was one other one I liked. I can't remember. It might have been one with
Shane
McMahon
Lesnar. Had a good fall on the Hell in Cage, Hell in the Cell.
Al Snow and the Big Boss Man, Kettle in the Cell.
It's not the same. Not the same.
Marquis Dubois wants to know who are interest top 3 female streamers. I'll get back to the Nikhil questions. I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't really even know that many, to be honest. Top 3 female streamers.
I thought this was like a urination question, but it must be like
No, it's for Twitch, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I really don't even know any of them.
Back to Nikhil, number 5. James Storm had said he was supposed to debut on Raw after Mania. Would you like to see a beer money reunion someday in WWE? Sure.
Be all right. But aren't they done with Robert Roode? Didn't they let him go?
I don't know. I never see him. I don't know if he was fired or they just don't use him.
Yeah, I thought they let him go or something.
Thoughts on Joey Ryan? We mentioned this one. Who will Eddie Kingston pick tomorrow to face John Moxley on Dynamite?
Probably
the Butcher.
Ray Phoenix. I'm going to go with Ray Phoenix.
Do you think AEW should have kept the world title on Jericho? And I like Moxley's treatment. But I mean, I love Jericho too, so either way works for me. But you can't keep on one guy forever.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Roman Reigns saying he doesn't like CM Punk? I don't think he seems like an easy guy to get along with, so I don't see anything.
Why'd Roman say he didn't like him?
I don't know.
Is there any reason?
I don't know.
I mean, not everybody's going to like each other, so it's not show friends, it's show business.
Oh man! Thoughts on Ryback saying the world will be a better place when Vince McMahon dies? That's kind of out of line. You know if it might be true, but
it's bad. I mean, the world will be a better place. I don't know, but maybe WWE.
Right. Are you going to watch TakeOver this Sunday?
I don't know if I'll watch it this Sunday, but I'll watch it.
I watch all the wrestling. I'm like introvert.
Yeah.
Who's a bigger legend, hardcore champion, Crash Holly, or the 27 legend, R-Truth? Crash Holly.
Yeah.
Thoughts on The Rock saying he's voting for Joe Biden and so many people getting mad about it? I'm fine with him saying it.
He has a right to vote for whoever he wants.
Yeah, I don't understand a lot of the negative was like really dumb stuff.
Just because somebody likes somebody you're not backing doesn't mean you have to hate them. I still like The Rock. I like everybody.
What TV show would you recommend to watch?
What TV show would I recommend to watch? Been watching Cobra Kai on Netflix. I've enjoyed it, what I've watched of it. So kind of cheesy in parts, but I still enjoy it. Definitely big supporter of Better Call Saul. I think it's
a good show too.
One of the best shows ever.
What was everyone on the call doing before In Your Head started? Interesting. I guess does he mean tonight or like in our lives?
Well, tonight I was upstairs watching a little bit of the build up for the debate, and then I was like, well, I gotta go.
I was walking.
Where were you?
So I was a little late. Getting home. Then I was eating my beef stew. All right, that's all 15 from Nikhil. See, that was
we kind of went right through them, eh?
Yeah. I know you were.
We need to get Vic like a holder or something for the sign.
Yeah.
Something to hold a sign up for us.
Sending some. If we get enough super chat money, we'll hook them up. Marquis says, Answer, get out there and mingle. He's like, get out there and start trying to impress some of these female streamers.
Like I really can't think of any that's like big time. I don't watch anybody streaming, honestly. I just thought, what the hell, I could do it. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
do you have big tatas?
No, and that's a big hindrance. I think I don't know, streaming in a way I don't really know. Like, I guess it's fun to watch, but I don't know. It doesn't really appeal to me that much either. To be honest,
I have no interest. But I thought you were a streamer.
I've done some streams, and I'm like, I'm trying to think of ways how I would think it would be entertaining, because I think the whole thing isn't really that entertaining. I guess it's just like you're chilling with your buddy.
Maybe
or
get
something.
like breast implants and like a wig.
Well, I mean, I don't know if that would work, would it? How much would you implants cost?
I don't know. I don't know these things.
Hmm.
Maybe just get
But-
like a hot woman just sit by you.
Like, to me, I was trying to think of ways when I was doing it to make it an entertaining thing, but it's like it's hard to like think of things to play, because you're trying to pay attention to the game to begin with. So I don't understand how like people make it like an entertaining experience. I mean, you're entertained by the game, and it's like,
You're
but
like,
you
yeah, I'm playing this game.
you got to be entertaining I'm kind of enjoying doing the YouTube videos where I'm just talking about stuff in a way more so than this. I mean, I'll do the streams, but I don't think people really liked it a whole lot. I mean, they're like the lowest hit portion of my channel, so I didn't really think anybody enjoyed them that much. So, and my channel is just ate up with hits. It's just so successful. So it was just like, I'll do it, but am I good at it? I don't know. Dobbs told me I was good at it once, but
Yeah, but he's also
it doesn't really. The proof isn't in the pudding, because it's not. I'm not really getting much results from it. I don't know. Maybe I'm not advertising enough or something. Beats me. I enjoy playing games.
You could buy advertisement on In Your Head.
That's true. That's true. Well, thank you. I kind of do that anyway, so don't I? I kind of plug in my stuff. But like, to me, I would like
for is what I'm saying. You could go to the super chat intro, hit this money symbol, and put up an ad for your face for your YouTube.
To me, though, the stream was like, I'm beating a difficult game, and like this is like an achievement almost, and this is a record of me actually completing the game, or like.
Got a big update, but continue.
Okay, I'll make it real quick.
No,
but
it's okay.
What was I saying? But I think like doing hard things in games is neat to stream out, but it's like you don't get those opportunities often, like, because when I was streaming out the pinball, I wanted to get to the alien invasion on Simpsons Pinball Party, and that's very hard for me to do, but I could not get to that point to where I could actually do it. But I think it would be awesome if I could do it while I was live streaming. I think
how about live streaming using the 1-ply versus the 2-ply?
Because I'm not into that business. Jeez.
Here's the big update. When we started the show, we were at 7,130 subscribers. We've been doing the show now for 3 hours, and we're down to 7,129.
We lost one during.
We lost a subscriber while doing the show.
Oh well. Can't
loving it.
All.
Or one.
Apparently.
Is Intra losing his will to live at this point of the Q&A?
No, I'm good. I think I'm holding up pretty good, right? I've had worse nights.
He's saying, Al says, I've suggested limiting the amount of questions people could ask, but Jack and Intra dismissed this idea. I don't remember him ever suggesting this.
No. Take Intra out of that sentence. I have never been questioned whether no
one's ever suggested it to me. He's never suggested it.
He's never suggested it.
The only time it's ever come up was with Nikhil, but I actually think he asked good questions.
Do you really?
I think, honestly, if I'd add these up, Marty Van Buren asked more questions. And Al asked a lot of questions. It's just he puts them all in different, he doesn't put them all in one apart. You know what I mean?
And they're normally, yeah. Oh well, whatever.
Owl, do you think it's finally time for Vince to sell the WWE to Dixie Carter?
Dixie Carter?
Mm-hmm.
Does she even have the dough to do it now? I think she's might have ran out of the monies. I think old Bob said no mores.
Oh, I'll have to message her. Here, see what's going on.
Yeah, message her up, see what she says.
If you could, If you could crucify Nikhil Callahan like the Undertaker and Dietary back in the day, would Jack or Intra be Taker? Probably Intra, because I'm all about Nikhil.
I would never sacrifice Nikhil because his enthusiasm for all these questions come out of love. Do I enjoy all the questions sometimes?
I love every goddamn one of them.
That's a lie. And no, I do not enjoy them all.
I've never been more truthful in my life.
It comes from a very sincere part of Nikhil Callahan.
It comes from down here, Intra.
Yeah. Are you thinking about getting some implants?
Would that impress you?
You're kind of cradling them, I've seen some of those pictures of you with, your face superimposed over like Lady Gaga and stuff.
What the hell are you doing with them? Is that stuff you're doing this too?
No. Not too bad.
Yeah, pretty hot.
It's kind of creepier that you think you're hot whenever you're doing it.
I didn't say I'm
you
not
said
doing
pretty
it.
hot. That's what you said. You're like watching yourself going pretty hot.
Hell yeah. Remember they used to have Max on the old Conan O'Brien show?
That's like your own version of that?
Yeah, it's going to be Jack on Jack. Now that would be hot. What about me pleasuring myself to a video of me with myself?
Oh my God.
I'm blown.
Mm-hmm.
Marty Van Buren, is Randy Orton the most boring wrestler ever? Probably not, but I think it's just he's been there for so long. Actually, I can't say anything bad about him this week. I really liked this match.
Yeah, the match was good this week.
Who would be your dream guest to get on In Your Head? And nobody returning. No one you never had on the show.
I always thought Roddy Piper would be good, but that never happened on here.
No.
It happened, you interviewed him at a convention.
Yeah, not even on the podcast, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Piper would have been my favorite too. But for living people,
Hulk Hogan.
What you gonna do, brother? Yeah, that'd be a good one.
What you gonna do, Enter and Jack?
You got to be either Hulkster or Highlander number 2.
Maybe I can make one of those happen.
Who was the worst bullies you knew growing up? Big Bully Busick. That guy friggin' popped the kid's balloon.
Mm-hmm.
Bad time.
It was.
Do you wish 90s Lex Luger was your permanent uncle?
Wow. Sure, I guess.
You'd be all right. We
only got one
go
uncle.
for
I
a
could
ride
have
on the Lex Express. What?
I only have one uncle, so I could have another uncle. So whatever.
I don't think there's a limit to uncles, isn't there?
Bob's your uncle, Jack.
Bob?
Yeah, that's a saying. I don't know. Bob's your uncle. It's like
what's this, a big joke in the WE?
No, it's not even a WE.
Hey, Earth, did you hear the big joke? What's that? Bob's your uncle. Oh, that's a good one, Elmer.
It's more like an Australian kind of thing. Like Bob's your uncle. That's a saying. Like I don't know. Like you're all set. You're good. That's what it means. They go, Bob's your uncle. Bob's your uncle, Jack.
Where'd you hear this from?
It's a real thing.
You watching like old Crocodile Dundee's or something?
Yes.
I'm looking this up. Bob's your uncle. I think you're just making it up.
I'm not making it. Why would I make that up? All right, do your
Bob's your
investigation.
Bob's your uncle is a phrase commonly used in Ireland,
Ireland. Oh, I see. I thought
the
it was
United Kingdom, and the Commonwealth countries. That means, and there it is, and there you have it. Typically,
Oh.
someone says it to conclude a simple instructions or when a result is reached. So it's like instead of like, there you go, buddy, it's Bob's your uncle.
There's the show. Bob's your uncle.
What a fucking dumbass shit saying that is.
It's strange, but
Nothing personal.
Bob's your uncle.
Fuck Bob.
Bob's a good dude. He's not your uncle?
Bob my ass.
Now, Bob wouldn't take kindly to those comments, Jack.
Show up, buddy.
If you're my uncle, where the hell are you?
Exactly. Tyler wants to know, can we get an in your head calendar for next year? That'd be sweet. It'd be like, how about like the Headyverse would just be in like sexy poses?
Strike a pose. Oh, this is getting steamy in here.
Very white.
He's
under
got
here.
the
That's not
chest
in the
hair
sun.
out.
I do have a pretty hairy chest, didn't you?
Mhm.
You can't see it because I have too much light on me, but I'll send you some
That's all right.
selfies
No,
after.
Thank you. No, that's fine. I don't want to make Jason jealous.
Would you floss your teeth with my
No,
with my
No,
chest
shut up.
hairs
no,
while they're still attached?
shut up. No.
It's pretty hot. Has Incher ever pointed his gun at his TV or computer? I would want to know.
Like my real gun, not my love gun.
Yeah, you're like, anytime I'm on the video, you're like, woo.
No, I don't think I've pointed it at it seriously.
He brought this up to me. I don't know if he ever brought it up to you. Jason Mitten, who I think you might know him. He had the idea he wanted to drive down to your place and do a video of you shooting a TV.
I don't think he's mentioned that to me.
Oh, would you have been into it?
At one time I have shot like old school TVs, but now I've kind of grown like
Oh, you don't want to ruin the TV.
yeah, I'm kind of like hate to ruin a CRT television.
Would if you saw someone shooting at an old
I would
CRT
jump in
TV?
front.
Yeah, would you sacrifice yourself? Take a
No,
bullet for it?
but like a new television, if he wants to bring a new television, I'd shoot the shit out of that.
Right.
But
new.
But like no, I wouldn't want to shoot an old school television. What would he want on the TV?
Probably video me, I bet.
What you got there? Hand sanitizer?
Yeah, I was just snapped open. It smells very
I
good.
thought you were like doing like a smelling, like trying to wake yourself up or something. Like
Yeah, it's just lemon scented, but it smells very nice.
oh. Yeah, I'd shoot a new TV if he wants me to shoot a new TV.
All right.
Yeah. Kind of thought I might have an idea for a video with Mitten. Something top secret, I thought, but top
Doing
secret.
like the wild thing?
No.
Incher
I
on
knew you
Incher.
were going there. No.
Well, I was talking about Jack and Jack earlier. Maybe be Incher on Incher.
No.
That'd be pretty cool.
Good Lord. Forget I even said anything.
Tyler wants to know, has Incher ever prematurely discharged his firearm?
No. No, it's never went off without me like trying to shoot it. My buddy did have a gun that it was called a Makarov, that like it was a handgun and you would shoot and it'd shoot once, and then sometimes it would shoot twice. It would go boom, boom on one trigger pull.
Wow.
And I looked at my buddy. I was like, I don't want to shoot this gun anymore. It would go. That was Cooter. He had it, and and he was like, "Yeah, dude, I don't think I want to shoot it." Like it would go off twice.
Yeah,
that was like, I guess like maybe the recoil from the slide coming back just would make another round go off. But I was just like, dude, I'm not shooting this gun anymore. This is
how would Jack go to the shooting range with Venture? Well, it depends. Not if I'm his target.
Yeah, I want to shoot you at the shooting range.
Where would you shoot me? Boing.
No, I want to shoot you.
Just stab me.
I would make sure that everything was safe. I want to show everybody the safe ways to
before you shoot me.
No, I'm not going to shoot you.
Oh.
I'm saying everybody needs to be responsible with a gun. It is not a toy. It's
Unless it's a squirt gun.
Defending yourself and to shoot new televisions.
Tyler wants to know, does Intra ever shoot blanks?
Like,
does he mean like
which way?
Boom, boom, or bloop, bloop?
Yeah, I don't think I do, but I mean, you don't know that until like you're trying to have a kid, right? So, I mean,
you could go get tested, I guess.
I guess you could, but why would you want to unless you're like just having issues? But it's like
that could be a good video series for you.
I've never shot like a gun blank. No,
I have.
Yeah, you have, haven't you? You got that on me?
Yeah. Boom.
Brandon Lee, that's how he died. He thought there
was a lot of I've been on set twice for guns. One I shot him, one I was just on set for, and they do a lot of precaution about that. And you're not allowed to like point them at anybody.
Yeah, that's a good idea. But apparently there was like a buildup in the gun or something, and then that's like what shot out and killed Brandon. So
yeah, the one time they had like I don't know the names of the gun. It was like, you know, an automatic gun and it had blanks, and like everyone had to wear protective equipment, and they did fall over the shells. So I could see like something could happen.
Yeah.
Steven, do you think The Rock hopes Joe Biden wins the presidency so that he can run against them in 2024?
It's like his grand scheme of what he can do.
Well, he's already said he wouldn't run again if he wins.
Oh, the Rock's not going to be president.
I see. I actually think The Rock would do good, to be honest. I mean,
he's a charismatic dude. I think he could win a lot of people over, but it's like, I don't know. Are they going to elect a wrestler to be president?
They elected Trump.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I don't know. Is The Rock any worse than electing Trump? I don't think
Jesse Ventura.
I mean, Ronald Reagan was, you know, one time was listed like a actor in westerns.
My dad was talking to me about Joe Manchin, and he was like, "I wonder if he'd ever run for president." You know, he's like a governor here and all that, or a senator. And I was like, "Dad, there's no way this country would ever elect a West Virginian president," and it's the truth.
Oh,
there's no way. There's no way.
Come on.
Just being from West Virginia, there's no way anybody would elect him. They would say, "What? That he's a dumb hillbilly. Why vote for him?"
Nah. I'm gonna look. Maybe I bet there's been. Has there been a president from West Virginia?
President. Never, and there probably never will be one.
No one cares about that.
I think they do. Like the majority of this country would say that's just a dumb hillbilly. Don't vote for him.
Let's see. But I don't think anyone would even care about that. That's just all in your mind.
There's only been one Catholic president.
Yeah, Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy. Yeah. I guess Joe Biden would be the second, but He's a little wishy-washy on the whole pro-life thing. So, I don't know. I didn't know Biden was Catholic up until like 2 weeks ago. I was like, oh, I wasn't aware of that. So, he was a vice president. So,
what do you think the final swerve of 2020 will be?
the final
What if we just
swerve
all
of
wake
2020.
up and the whole year was a dream?
Oh, that would be nice, but I don't know. That might take you back to a bad time, though, for you. You know?
Not this year. But
Was it 19 more?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Marquis Dubois says, "What? Yeah, I mean, there's been hillbilly presidents like Clinton."
Well, he's from Arkansas, but I don't think
That's
there'd ever
pretty
be
hillbilly.
There's never going to be a West Virginian president. I'd put money on it. Like in my lifetime, not going to happen.
I don't think anybody would care about that at all.
Yes,
if
they
Don
would.
Knotts was alive, he'd win.
Do you hear how you talk to me on the show sometimes? You're like, oh, it's the intro.
That's just because you're Southern, not just because you're from West Virginia.
You bring up all the time I'm from West Virginia.
Yeah, but that's just because you are. If you were from anywhere,
it is an issue with people. You know it. You know the country would not vote for somebody from West Virginia.
You're not all like me.
Rules you out.
No,
we're the black eye of America. People.
No,
it's the only place that everybody can just go ha ha joke, and it's perfectly all right.
Don Knotts,
like, oh,
you tell me Don Knotts wouldn't have won if he would have ran for president?
He would have won.
I think he would.
And he did the smart thing. He didn't tell nobody where he was from. He covered it up. That's what you need.
How about Necro Butcher?
The Necro Butcher? Well, okay, maybe they would have liked the Necro Butcher. I guarantee it, though. If there was somebody who was even in the running that was from West Virginia, nobody would even give him a chance. 100%. You know it too.
No, I really don't think anybody would care.
Okay, I think this country would.
Maybe if he was acting like a dumbass, but not if they he was just like
I don't even think it matters. Even if he was trying to being, if he was well educated and everything, they'd be like, he's from West Virginia. Screw him.
I don't think so. I don't think people think that.
Yes, they do.
Tyler wants to know, if Vince McMahon died, would you believe it?
Well, I guess you'd have to. I mean, there's death certificates and everything. I mean, am I going to be like those people who think Elvis is still alive? Vince is still out there. This show is written by Vince. I know it.
Jay Beefington wants to know, imagine a president doing the WV during the inaugural.
You see, listen to this. It's a big joke with him.
Now, let's say someone from West Virginia is running for president, Let's say Don Knotts III is running for president.
I don't think Don Knotts had any kids, did he? Did he have daughters or anything?
I don't know. Let's say someone just names their kid Don Knotts, or renames himself Don Knotts III. That he runs for president, and if I went out there and tried to make a real push to get the WV mainstream, not just a Headyverse word, a Headyverse phrase, what would you think of that? What would you do if, like, the Tonight Show were making the WV jokes about people pooping their pants?
You know, when I said I want to shoot you earlier in the show?
Wouldn't you be proud on some level, though? Like something we said, became mainstream?
I don't think so, no.
You could tell, your parents, if you saw it on TV, that's from our show. Do they know of the WV joke? Or
no,
reality?
I have not discussed this with them. That's some good dinner conversation there. Just to bring up while we're eating our steak and gravy. Or something. Like, hey, my co-host, he has this fantastic joke on the show.
It's not really a joke. It's more just my theory.
It's more just his theory. But he believes that people from West Virginia poop their pants a lot. And he thinks that the term pooping your pants changed to the WV. How do you all feel about this?
I think they'd probably have a good laugh.
Yeah, they'll find it hilarious, Jack.
Oh man, I love it.
Do you know how to have appropriate dinner conversation? Like,
I think laughter's the best thing to do with your family and loved ones.
yeah, but I mean, even this proves my point.
What?
This joke you have running here.
What joke?
Proves my point. It's totally all right to make fun of somebody from West Virginia. There's no repercussions.
It's fine to make fun of
Everybody's
anyone
woke
from anywhere.
nowadays, but you can say anything you want if a person's from.
I think it's fine to make fun of anybody from anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really making fun. I just, it's just that, that a lot of people in the WV poop themselves.
See, you're saying this as it's fact.
Well, yeah, I mean, scientifically, it's been proven.
No, it's not. You're an idiot. Nothing's been proven here.
What, you saying I'm from West Virginia? What's going on here?
Oh, there you go. There you go. Are you going to vote for that guy from West Virginia for president? Are you?
I would vote for Incher as my running mate.
As your running mate, but I wouldn't be the president.
Well,
I would be the vice.
If someone assassinates me. If you assassinate me.
How does that work at the vice?
That's the big plan to assassinate the president.
I got you all in this. I pardoned myself.
Incher's got to be proud of putting the WV on the map.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How's
Beef doing down there in Florida? Is he doing all right?
Yes, he's here.
COVID's going crazy.
He's dying. Owl Baflana died from a heart attack in front of you. Would you keep your pants on? What the fuck?
That's like really dark. Good Lord.
That one even got a what the fuck out of me from Owl. What the hell's on there?
Jesus Christ, dude.
Steven should
that's your boy.
Stephen Butler. Should Cyndi Lauper be inducted into the celebrity wing of the WWE Hall of Fame?
Well, that would make sense. She isn't in there already?
I thought she was. Maybe
I thought she was. But that would make sense that she would be in there.
Jay Beefington says, I just picture people in the WV just walking around Main Street shitting themselves.
Your presidential candidate.
It doesn't mean it's a negative thing.
It doesn't mean it's a negative thing. Do you live in reality? Do you even believe your own bullshit at some points? I mean, come on, dude.
I'm the most honest man in all podcasts.
No, you're not. You said you'd watch Raw last week if somebody paid you. You did it.
Yeah,
Why?
but the donator, he said COVID's going on. It's really not going to be the show it should be. Put it off till next week. And I was like, all right, Stephen Butler, I was just going to watch it. But for you, my man, we'll do it up. So still going on there. It's up to $35. And I'll extend it. So every $10 I get, I'll watch your show every week.
The very first week, you crumbled. Oh, that's going to go over well in the audio.
That's why you got to watch the video. Stop being a bitch and just listen to the podcast.
That's going to get our subscribers up. Stop being a bitch.
Let's see here. What are we up to? We haven't gone up or down anyway. We didn't lose anybody else.
Oh,
So,
good.
so far this show, we've only lost one subscriber.
Just one.
Al Oob, was Juju be one of the invited guests in the audience for the presidential debate in Cleveland tonight?
You have to ask Juju B, wouldn't you?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
If it's a real steaming debate, do they call it the Cleveland Steamer?
I don't think they would use that
A real
name.
heated debate.
I think they would know better not to use that one. I'd say it was a very limited event, though. I mean, with COVID and all that. So,
if Incher wasn't already baptized, would he let Jack baptize him?
no.
Why?
Oh, this is bullshit.
Is it because I'm from Massachusetts?
It's like you paid somebody for that thing. You've never been interested in the church your entire life.
A very devout man.
It's bullshit. Why you even have that? That's not real.
It is real. I legally can perform a baptism or a whatever you call it. Wedding. Yeah.
I could do it. I could pay somebody and get that certificate you got to, but I'm not going to do it.
I do think you should start referring to me as Reverend.
No. Go fuck yourself.
That's not very Christian, Mr. Catholic over here. Taking Jack's name in vain. John Barker. Since Zoom in Your Head is the new era of the show, will we finally see the wedding between audio video soulmates Jack and Incher?
No, I don't think that would go over well nowadays. I think when we came up with that idea, it might have been acceptable then, but now, no. Bad.
Marquis Dubois. So Jack can make his own holy water. Exactly. That would. I wonder if I could sell it off the website. Jackie Jones Holy Water.
You're kind of like that bathwater girl now, or whatever. Who was selling her bathwater.
That'd be pretty fun though. So like,
well, that was a streamer, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I think she was. I don't even know her name.
You don't think that'd be fun? Like little vials of Jackie Jones Holy Water.
That's just gross. That's just gross.
Not bath water. It's holy water.
I know, but I'm saying gross as in like this is the way you're trying to make money by selling. Oh my gosh. Don't blast. That's blasphemy.
That's blasphemy. Putting a cross over me.
Don't just stop. Just stop.
Yeah, I thought you'd be happy. Would you let Jack write your vows?
No. Does the people who write these questions even really need to even ask them? I mean, they know the answer as soon as they write it, right?
He's sitting on the edge of his seat all day waiting for the answer.
He's got to know what the answer's going to be.
Who's the best man for each of you if you get married?
Like realistically, or you want me to do it show wise?
I think one are the same. For me anyway, but that's the honesty coming through.
Well, your brother would be your best man.
Of course, yeah, the flea.
Yeah, I would probably pick my brher as well. But if I
think you said I'd probably pick your brother as well.
I'd pick Troy as well. He called me a dumb hick.
He was just kidding. He didn't call you dumb.
Screw him. He said he's a hick.
It was a joke. He loves you.
Show wise, let's see. Who would I pick as my best man? Could it be my young boy, Matthew Clutter?
All right. And I'll pick I'm gonna have double best men. Dobbs and Mitten. The best men. You gonna pick that bitch, Brian Clutter?
No, I don't think I'm going to pick Vic Schiavone
There
because
you
he
go.
shows up and he's on the show the entire time. He's not tapping out like Steven. He's probably got to work in the morning, but he don't care.
Right. It's gonna be or like Lexar too. He's kind of a
He tapped out.
bum.
Vic shows up. He's with us all night.
Will Incher wear a dress for the wedding?
Oh, Vic won't say something.
I was just gonna say, this is gonna be my swan song for about a month. I gotta go tonight.
Oh,
dang. Shoot.
John also wants to know, would Incher wear a dress for the wedding?
No, I want to wear a dress.
It's another one he's really waiting for the answer for.
Jeez.
And his last question, and the last question of the evening, Incher.
Yes.
Are you tired of living in sin all these years for not being married?
What?
Me and you we've been living in sin, apparently. He's insinuating we're doing the old.
Yeah, I got that, Jack. Jeez. No, I guess not.
I think what Incher and I have together is lovely and holy.
I'm a little jealous though. You and that ultrasound lady.
Oh yeah,
it's making me a little jealous. Now watch your eye. Don't poke yourself in the eye. I didn't want you to put your eye out.
Don't poke your eye out, kid.
Exactly.
This works better now that I cut all the hair off.
Does it feel good? No.
Yeah, it feels all right, I guess. I'll be the best man and the clock Incher with a power glove I'll be the best man and then clock Incher with a power glove and marry Jack and get my win back.
I got the power glove over there and that stuff. So you think you can take away the power from me? I don't know. I got the glove. Should I get the power glove?
Do it up, boy.
All right. I'm gonna get the power glove.
Has anyone ever done like a fisting video on Pornhub with the Nintendo Power Glove?
I don't even want to get it right now. Jeez.
Yeah, I ruined the Power Glove for Incher. I like that shirt. It's pretty cool, actually. I don't know who he is, but it's a cool shirt. Did they make a left-handed Power Glove too for lefties? You gonna do the Superman punch? You can't hear me.
There we go. Now I'm cool. Now
did they make a left-handed one for lefties?
You know, I don't think they did because I've never seen one.
Yeah, that would suck though, wouldn't it?
See, there is like a little bit of ink or something that came.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh. I think Incher might have knocked his power cord out or something.
I was gonna show him my gloves. Yes.
Oh man.
That's the.
What's that for barbecuing?
No, the cat is.
I see. Yeah.
Cat sitting here in my lap. I could sit there and brush it while watching the show. So.
Very nice. I like the shirt, the in your head shirts. It's almost a BWO-ish in the blue. Excellent. All right. Well, I think Intro actually lost the internet, but that was all the questions for the night. We've got some interviews coming up in the coming weeks. We've got Butcher Vachon coming up. Manny, the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez will be coming on. Lots of cool people. So check out, subscribe here on In Your Head. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. Let's try to get, instead of losing subscribers, let's try to get them up. We're still up 5 actually for the last 28 days. We were down 3, went up to +6, but then we lost one during the show. So we're at +5. So not too bad. But Subscribe. Join the Facebook group. That's at facebook.com/group/IYH Wrestling. You can donate on Anchor. You can donate like $5 or $10 a month or something like that. And if you do that, we'll give you a shout out every week here on the show. By the way, big shout out to Mike Fink, who actually has done that. He donates to the show. He's a good man. He subscribes. He put in a subscription to help sponsor In Your Head. So Mike Fink, big thanks to you. You're a good man. And yeah, we'll be back. I won't be back tomorrow. I normally do the Wednesday night show, but I'm going to be doing another thing. But check out all the shows. Check out all the shows and Without Your Head if you're into horror movies. It's good stuff. Until next week, this is Jackie Jones. That's Vic Schiavone, who's a good man. I like that guy. One Inch Biceps, he says he'll be back next week. He lost internet. I know he's had issues all night, but it's been a fun show, and I appreciate everyone watching, and we'll see you all next week. Good night. Be well.